Welcome everybody to Pokemon Let's Go Bidoof, apparently.
Yeah, everyone's really into Bidoof, and I'm here for it.
All the Bidoof love. All right. Oh, apparently my controller is hot. Can you come back on?
As is customary for when I commentate with Headstrong, I have to remind Headstrong to introduce herself.
Oh, sorry. I am Headstrong. I run just a multitude of games. I run a lot of the Jack series, well, all of the Jack series. I run Paper Mario games, Pokemon games. I run Superman 64. I run a lot of games.
I'm corvimae. I run mostly Pokemon. I run Let's Go Pikachu, not Let's Go Eevee, as well as Alpha Sapphire. And then I also do some hat, but I mostly do Pokemon.
All right. Well, in honor of the Malala Fund and Flame Fatales, I have these lovely usernames for everybody here to remind you guys to donate to the Malala Fund for Flame Fatales 2021 before we get started.
Is there a special reason why they should maybe donate during this run in particular?
Yes. So donating during this run, there is an incentive that will continuously go over and over for me to pet the Eevee. So the more you guys donate, the more I have to pet Eevee or even feed Eevee. We'll do either or. So if every time we meet the incentive, we will pet Eevee or feed Eevee.
And that's as many times as you guys do it. We could be here for hours if we get enough money.
We'll see how that goes. But yes, that is your reminder. I think we'll use Flame for our thing here.
Are you not setting clock?
No, I'm gonna lose all that time from
from naming. That's true.
From naming and stuff.
There is a trick that we do called Double Moonstone, where we try to have the clock roll over at a specific time onto the next day, which causes a 1/3 chance of a Moonstone respawning, which it's not necessary to complete the run by any means. It's just a kind of nice bonus if it happens to you. But in this case, you have to really have your times dialed in order to know exactly when it's going to happen. And the naming stuff is going to throw that into askew. So.
Yeah, and possibly the pets. Also, just saw that in chat before we get started here with things. The number you see on the side, the 1 out of 50, is the catch counter. And in this game, you need to catch or evolve 50 unique Pokemon in order to access Koga's gym, so the 5th gym. So we have to keep track of how many Pokemon I'm catching so that I don't get booted out of that gym.
Yeah. One of the things added to this game is that all of the different gyms with an asterisk have a special entry requirement, which we'll go over as we get to them. And the one that really the game is rooted around is Koga's gym. It is the strictest. And that we have to have 50 Pokemon registered in our Pokedex. So time's going to begin here when Headstrong hits begin game.
Yep, so can I get the Eevee name, player name, and rival name cut off?
Sure.
And we're going to need the player name pretty immediately.
Absolutely. It might be a little bit of a surprise, but it is Bidoof.
No way.
It is Bidoof.
I know. Shocker, right? Oh, wait until you see the Eevee name.
Oh, my God.
All right. So I'm going to need player name and rival name very quickly, kind of back to back.
Absolutely. The rival name is Kizaron.
It is Kizaron.
It's not all Bidoof. We did it.
It's not all Bidoof.
Not all
we did
Bidoof.
it.
That was my one worry. It was going to be all Bidoof. I'm fine with 3 Bidoofs, but 4 Bidoofs, that's a little too much Bidoof, I think.
I mean, I was saying in the green room that we could have a whole VGC team of just Bidoofs with the 4 Bidoof names, but we all managed to make Keys our rival, which is fitting.
Exactly, very fitting. All right, so let's get this started then. So I'll give a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, I gotta remember to name Bidoof and Geezeron.
Yeah, normally we
Typically we
just
don't name them.
Yeah, normally we just name them 1 because that's the fastest thing. You just hit A, then you hit plus, and then you're through the menus. But that's not going to work here because that's a reset. If
Yeah, I have to start over.
So if you're not familiar with Let's Go, it is a spiritual reboot of Pokemon Yellow that is supposed to be like an introductory Pokemon game that to try to pull in people who played Pokemon Go. So it's a mix of traditional Pokemon mechanics as well as Pokemon Go mechanics. So all of the overworld encounters are going to be wild Pokemon are going to be Pokemon Go style motion controls, and all of the battles are going to be standard Pokemon battles. It's a great game. I think it's very good. It's a really fun speedrun. I highly recommend it for anybody who has any interest in Pokemon speedrunning at all. The community is really, really fantastic. And it's just a really fun run.
All right, I named them.
Nice.
No mistakes. Good so far. Oh, it looks like we've got a girl Eevee.
Yeah, you can actually tell based on Eevee and Pikachu are gender dimorphic, so you can tell which ones you have on the this cutscene, because the Eevee that's here is going to be the Eevee that you get in the game as a whole.
Yeah, and you can tell from the tail. If the tail has a heart on it, like a heart pattern on it, then that means it's a girl Eevee. And then if they're like spikes, then it's a guy Eevee.
Same thing with Pikachu.
Yeah, Pikachu's tail turns into a heart.
First thing, here's just going to be some settings. We want to do fast settings, essentially. We want fast text. We don't want to watch animations. We don't want to watch movies. We're still going to have to mash through a lot of cutscenes in this game because what this game considers to be a movie is anything that is a pre-rendered cutscene. So any of the cutscenes like this that take place in the engine, we still have to play through.
And there are not very many movie cutscenes.
4 movies. It doesn't come up that often, but it's better than having to watch them. So the cutscenes are actually pretty cool.
Yeah, some of the cutscenes actually have some interesting animations for them and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so we're coming up on our time to catch our Bidoof, I'm assuming.
Yes, my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon, Bidoof. There's not really a lot that goes on.
Quite yet.
Yeah, there's not really a lot that goes on at this first part. It's kind of just getting our Eevee and then running an errand for Oak. You're going to see the first instance of using the motion controls, which you can't see. As you can't see Headstrong on stream right now, but this is all going to be done through swinging your arms like you're playing everyone's favorite system, the Nintendo Wii.
Yeah, this is all motion controls for catching.
Yeah.
So,
I think the
and for petting Eevee.
I think the motion controls for this game are pretty fun, but they also have a tendency to act up a bit. I know a friend of mine was trying to do Diploma, which is the co-op run where we try to get all 150 on both files, and they rage quit it because their Switch was too close to their router and it just would not do motion at all. Hopefully we don't run into that sort of situation here, and the Joy-Cons
It'd be good. I'm swinging away from my Switch.
Are kind of nice.
Now, Eevee has somehow taken control of the Pokeball, which, as far as I'm aware, is the only time in the Pokemon universe that this happens. Eevee is just able to just do kind of whatever. Eevee is basically like a god in this game.
Yeah, so this Eevee is actually not it is an impossible Eevee in any other game. So an important thing is that the starters in this game cannot evolve, because then they wouldn't look as cute on your shoulder. So to make up for that, they boosted all of the stats, and these are perfect. This is a perfect Eevee. It has perfect.
It is Bidoof, right? Eevee is Bidoof?
Absolutely Bidoof. 100% Bidoof.
Want to double check here?
Yeah, if you're not familiar with IVs, they're essentially a random number between 0 and 31 that determines how good each stat for the Pokemon is, that being HP, attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed. And this Eevee has the maximum and all values guaranteed. The only thing that we aren't going to be necessarily positive of is the nature. That's a random, when the Pokemon is generated, it randomly boosts one stat by 10% and decreases one stat by 10%. Some of the natures we don't consider runnable. And that, at least in a
normal setting,
yeah.
Most people would reset a decent chunk of Eevees. However, they are all technically runnable, and we are going to deal with whatever we are given.
And we hope it's not minus attack, or minus special attack, or minus speed. Which means of all of the natures, the ones that we technically considered runnable are 13 out of 25.
Just decent.
Which is not the worst.
All right, we're going to be just kind of trekking up here and getting a parcel for Oak and then heading back. So if you have any donations you want to go through for a little bit, you are free to do so.
Oh gosh, yes. I have a $100 donation from Katara. They say, love to the runners, the tech crew, everyone at GDQ, and more personally, love to Artemis, Ariadne, and the whole Goth squad who've meant so much to me in the last year and a half. Thank you so much for your donation. I have $50 from 12th. They say, did I hear Pet the Eevee? You did. We are at $75 out of 2,000 needed for the first Pet the Eevee incentive. So if you want to see Eevee get pet, go ahead and get those donations in. I have $25 from Kyoto that says donating in honor of Catternese. Thanks to all the runners and everyone at GDQ for always putting on an amazing event, bringing the community together and supporting the best causes. Thank you so much for your donation. I have a $250 donation from Jason LaRose that says, for Catternese. Thank you so much for your donation, Jason. I have a $144 donation from an Onyx Mouse. Anonymous. For my Pokedex donation, a true story in iambic pentameter. Words are hard. Pentameter. When I was but a lad in middle school and Pokemon was all the brand new rage, I happened on a bird so super cool, its presence took the light of center stage. Down in the depths of sea foam was our bout, and Articuno's health had quite the dent. But time and time again, the bird broke out, and soon my Pokeballs were all but spent. So in my quest to gotta catch 'em all, I had to use my only Master Ball. Thank you so much for your donation, and Onyx Mouse. That was amazing.
That was a whole sonnet.
That was.
Fantastic.
Also, we got what we didn't want. So Eevee is minus attack.
No. Well, so yeah, that's just going to make a lot of the fights harder. At least that
most of
rival
them will
fight
be
went
slow.
well.
Yeah, luckily we got Thunder Shock every time. Yep, we are running a minus attack Eevee, which is the absolute worst thing that we could have gotten, but we're gonna deal with it and it'll be fine. Also, I'm going to do this simply as a incentive to help people, so people can see what petting the Eevee is like. I'm going to do one free pet because we're forced into the menu here, and then people can, from then on, you have to make the incentive.
A free pet? Oh my goodness.
A free pet.
So that's what it looks like.
Chat.
There you go. Free pet.
You see
We
this?
can do that so many times, and all you have to do is donate to a good cause.
Yeah, just
And
gotta
it's like
donate
two
for
good
more
causes
pets.
in one. That's twice the value.
It's amazing. And also, we just hit $120,000. Chat, you all are so amazing. Thank you so much.
120.
$120,000.
Holy cow.
Thank you, everyone who's donated.
Right?
This is our first, regular fight. Fun difference between the Pikachu and the Eevee version of this game is that we actually level up on this fight on Pikachu, and you don't on Eevee because Eevee gives one more experience than a Pikachu does. And that is the difference between leveling up here and leveling up later. And so, we actually learn what our nature... You can learn what your nature is based on the stats. You don't have to check the menu. And it's just way quicker to do it from stats in at that fight rather than at the next fight. So it's a way faster to check your stats on Pikachu.
Yeah, and usually we just check stats right when we get Eevee, but since we don't really care what the nature is for this run, I'm not going to be resetting over it or anything.
Yeah.
Like, we're just going along with it. Like, we're minus attack. We'll deal with it. But we'll figure out the rest of our stats coming up here after we beat up this adorable little Caterpie.
And this is going to be, so if you probably noticed that there were Pokemon just running around. This is the first game that has overworld encounters rather than random encounters. So we can run through the grass safely and we won't hit anything unless we actually collide with the Pokemon's model. Which is very nice because it means that we don't have to like buy repels the whole time.
Yeah, unless they want to spawn on us.
Well, yeah. It's nice.
Yeah, nice.
But it's great for, it's what makes this category actually work, or this game work, is something that's actually fun because you don't have to sit there and like spin in circles waiting and hope you get the right encounter and watch the animation every time. Instead, you can just, oh, hey, there's the thing I need. Cool.
Totally missed the other stats, but I am not plus in any of the other major things, so I must be minus in one of the defenses.
Or plus defense?
Yeah, plus. Yeah, I'm probably plus defense or plus special defense. I missed the defenses,
oh,
but I
boy.
saw that my special attack was fine and my speed was fine. They were normal. Yeah, so we got nothing helpful with this Eevee, but we'll make do.
It is possible that this doesn't actually end up being that badly because this game, if you're familiar with Pokemon mechanics, there's a thing called effort values or EVs, which is whenever you defeat a Pokemon of a certain species, it gives you a little bit of stat depending on that Pokemon species. That's not in this game. This game has a different thing called awakening values, which is pretty much when the Pokemon is generated, it like creates a grid from level 1 to 100, and it says on X different levels. I'm explaining this really badly. Every level you're gonna get a stat increase. It's just +1 to some stat, and it's random. We don't know what it is. It's weighted towards some stat based on the Pokemon's characteristic. So it's possible that it'll sort of even out, even though we're minus attack. Maybe we'll get enough +8 or AVs that'll be okay. It's possible that all our AVs go into special defense and we're sad.
All right, so coming up here will be our first kind of catching segment. Again, like I mentioned at the beginning, we need to catch a lot of Pokemon, and it's also helpful for leveling up because catching Pokemon in this game is it gives a lot better, a lot better XP comparatively to compared to fights. There's like weird Pokemon spawns here. We'll work with this.
Yeah, there's a couple Pokemon that we 100% want for sure, and that's going to be Caterpie and Weedle, because both of those give us 3 towards our 50 count. We also
There's
want
our first count.
We also have to get a Bellsprout because we cannot get into Brock's gym unless we have a grass or a water type. And
well, we could get a Bulbasaur.
You could also get a Bulbasaur, yeah, but Bulbasaur is very rare. And if we get a Pikachu, that's nice too.
We've got everything here.
The way that the catching works in this game is that the circle kind of goes in towards the center. The smaller the circle is, the bigger bonus you get. You notice that the last catch was an excellent catch. This one was also an excellent catch. And that's going to give double experience. And that's very important because we want as much experience as we can, because the requirement to get in the Misty's gym is that we have to be level 15. And that's actually pretty strict. You have to be pretty good about your catches in order to actually get there in time. There's a backup strategy you can do if you're not level 15 in time, but it loses about 45 seconds. So hopefully we don't have to do it.
Yeah, hopefully XP's all good. It seems like it should be so far.
Yeah, it looks okay. Some of the Pokemon have a blue or red aura around them. This means the Pokemon is either very large or very small, and it's just an additional multiplier to the experience, which is nice. And then that second trainer that dropped in from the sky is the support trainer, which as long as you have at least 2 Pokemon in your party and you are not surfing, you can summon the support trainer by shaking the second Joy-Con. And that gives you a couple benefits. Mainly, it lets you 2v1 battles, which is extremely overpowered, and we take advantage of it. Well, I guess more so in Eevee than we used to, but Pikachu uses it a ton.
Yeah, Pikachu uses it a lot more.
And then you can also use it to help with catching. And you get a bonus called the Synchronized bonus if you throw the 2 Pokeballs at the same time, and it does that special fancy animation, which increases the chance of catching the Pokemon and gives you an additional 2 times multiplier to the experience that you gain.
Yeah, and plus special defense, which I guess that helps. It'll help with a few fights.
Yeah, it's not... Yeah.
It's better than plus defense.
Yes. In almost all cases, you're going to see Headstrong use the support trainer for catches, just because that extra experience is so nice, and also importantly, the lower breakout chance is nice because not catching stuff is slow and catching stuff is fast.
We've got another evolution here, and then I'm going to go catch one more Pokemon and do a fight. If you want to read some donations, that would be cool.
Sure thing. I have $225 from the Yeti. They say, hey all, Yeti here. We love a good Pokemon speedrun. We wanted to donate some of the sales from the last couple of days before the final run ends. We'll be keeping shirt sales open until Monday morning, so if you are waiting to pick one up, you have some extra time still. Thanks to everyone who ordered. With your support, we've raised just over $1,300 from Malala Fund. A special shout out to all the GDQ staff, volunteers, and runners for all their amazing work this week. Thank you so much, and if you want to take a peek at that shirt, it is over at theyeti.com. I have a $25 donation from Anonymous. They say, Catternies? Pfft. We all know that Wurmple wrists are where it's at. Anonymous, no.
I don't like that.
I have a $25 donation from Orby. They say, I can't wait to see Bidoof beat Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Go Flame Fatales. Thank you so much. And we are at 833 out of 2,000 needed for our first Pet the Eevee incentive. I have a $471 donation from Nukaho. This went towards the Keyzeron rival, which of course was met. We've got Pokedex entry for Glaceon, also Keyzeron for rival. Thank you so much for your donation. We have $25 from Green Lightning. They say, let's go Bidoof. Pet the Bidoof. If you want us to pet the Bidoof, go ahead and get your donations in. At the first $2,000, we will be petting the Eevee Bidoof. We're only $1,167 away from our first pet. You got one for free, so you know what it's like.
Is it $2,000 per pet?
It'll change.
It's going to change. Right now, the first one is $2,000.
Got it.
But we've got we've got so much love for that. We have $25 from Udalak. Please pet the Bidoof. $120 from Bob. Let's go pet the Eevee. $25 from Bidoof saying, please for pets. Thank you so much for your donations, everyone. You all are absolutely amazing. We have time.
Oh. There's a little bit more time if you have a couple more.
Awesome. I have $40 from Anonymous. Pet that Eevee. And $25 from TyC23 that says, my favorite Pokemon is 25 Bulbasaurs. Bulba 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 Bulbasaur.
Bubble, bubble, bubble.
Thank you so much for your donation.
Started turning into bubble.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so we did all of that catching so that we can get a nice head start on needing to get 50 Pokemon because we need 50 Pokemon for Koga's gym.
It was fun here to see we got 5 Pokemon from Keyzeron. Thanks, Keyzeron. Keys had some extra from doing Crystal. Yeah, as we said before, the first gym requirement is that we have to show that we have a grass type, and it's very fun to miss menu and get kicked out of Brock's gym because you clicked the wrong thing. I think
don't do that.
every Let's Go runner's done that at least once.
All good, no issue.
We don't have to actually fight anybody in this gym. We can just stroll on past them.
There's people in the gym? I didn't know there was anyone in that gym. I thought we just walked around rocks.
I've seen people just run forward and hit trainers in Misty's gym. By people, I mean specifically Etchy.
Oh, Etchy. Alright, so this is going to be our first gym battle. Well, sadly, we are minus attack. This fight will be a little interesting. I am level 11, so I might be able to have this go okay. Let's see. Oh, I crit too. Okay, that got us to help half with a crit.
Oh,
I don't think I'm going to do enough to kill here. No, not quite.
Oh.
That's okay. Usually, Judo dies in 2 hits, but it's fine.
Brock doesn't have a potion. It's okay.
Yeah, that's the minus attack in action. This darn Bidoof being minus attack.
Within Pikachu, we actually do this fight with Oddish because Oddish just destroys this fight. That's great.
I did half. Good. I can 2-hit you. I think
Bellsprout is not as good as Oddish. Sorry if you're a Bellsprout enjoyer.
Bellsprout's better than Oddish.
No.
But Oddish's evolutions are better than Bellsprout's evolutions.
All right. See, I agree with part 2, but I also think Oddish is better. So that's our first badge of 8. You do a cute little high five here. If you don't do your splits
That's
on
a high
five.
tail.
That's true. If you don't do your splits, if you don't split on the high five, then your run is invalid. That's not actually true.
All of my runs are invalid.
I think it's like 50-50 people who split on high five and people who split on fade out. Not only
So right here is Blue. You may recognize him as Gary or Blue from the original games. The Let's Go series, while it pretty much imitates the original Gen 1, kind of takes place in like a post world of what after Red and Blue already did their thing.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's supposed to be very anime inspired, like by the original series anime. So all the designs are based on that. But then like the story is like a slightly different version of the original game, starring some of the characters from the original game. It's a whole it's a very interesting AU.
Yeah, it's very kind of weirdly mixed with everything. Like all the same stuff still happens. Like you still have like the Team Rocket stuff and everything like that. But again, Blue and Red have already done all of this before, apparently. And Green even shows up in this game, and Green's not in the originals. Although Green is only in the Green's only in post game, sadly. So right there, they're just telling us that we can go and fight them. They're like stronger trainers, basically, which means we're never going to talk to them ever again.
We fight a couple in Diploma because some of them give you rare candies, which is nice, but we don't do that here because fighting them is slow and we get all the rare candies that we need. And also, friendship is a whole thing in this game that I will explain way later, but friendship is a whole thing in this game and it's complicated. We've done a bunch of research. We just still don't fully understand it because this game is really weird.
All right, I was going to say, our next Pokemon coming up here is a Magikarp that we're going to spend an outrageous $500 for. So
I was also going to say outrageous, I'm glad. If we could just pay 500 Poke for every catch, that would be the best. It's not that outrageous.
Oh, that'd be so much quicker.
That'd be so quick. I mean, the run would suck because it wouldn't be fun, but... So,
all right.
Check out that Meowth on the surface. I'm sure that this Meowth isn't gonna be relevant. Oh, hey! Look at these buy icons. Buy icons.
There's Meow.
I was just thinking that.
Upsettingly, Meowth does not talk in this game, which I don't like.
Not at all. Just meows.
Just meows. I don't like it. I think Meowth should talk. Let Meowth talk.
I agree.
We're going to get rid of some of our Pokemon that we're not going to evolve because leveling up in this game is extremely slow. There's a message box for every single level that every single Pokemon gets, and it's awful. It's the worst. So you want to minimize the superfluous levels that you get as much as possible. Also, Headbutt is a good move, and it is a stab move for Eevee, which stands for same type attack bonus. If you use a move that is the same type as the Pokemon using the move, it's 50% stronger. So Headbutt is really good on Eevee. It's also good on Pikachu, but it's really good on Eevee.
And usually we would one-shot the Bellsprout, and we did with minus attack. Let's go!
Nice, yes.
Because I'm level 12 probably, but I'll take it. One issue we don't have to deal with minus attack. So now we're going to get our lovely Butterfree.
Sucks that it evolved here, though.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going for Double Moon anyway. It's all fine.
No, just specifically because you just boxed stuff.
Oh, that's fine. It won't hit 13. For those who don't know, Butterfree in particular, and a few other Pokemon, but Butterfree at level 13 tries to learn 3 different moves and is like the slowest thing ever.
It's the worst. It's so long.
To menu through. You always want to keep an eye on Butterfree's level to make sure it doesn't get to 13. But still really good Pokemon to get since it's really quick to evolve Caterpie all the way to Butterfree.
And then down this ladder is going to be another catching section. The 3 Pokemon that we very much want here are going to be Clefairy, Paris, and Geodude. Clefairy is very good because it gives a ton of experience. If we see an Onyx or we see
they're all here.
See, that's the ideal. Also, it's a big Clefairy, which is a lot of experience, and a big
and
Paris.
a tiny Paris.
Or a small Paris. Yeah, this is real good.
This will definitely help with my minus attack problem.
If there is an Onyx,
Paris,
that's
no.
nice too. If we see an Onyx unlured, Headstrong did say earlier that she would ride it, which is 100% a mistake.
It's not a mistake. You always ride the Onyx. It's very important.
I think it's the same speed as walking, and it makes your hitbox 4 times larger.
Yeah, but it's fun.
It is fun. It is fun.
Oh, it was a supersized Paris that I caught second try. Cool. That's really good. So there's a rare chance that the glowing Pokemon that we catch can be supersized. So this Paris in particular was super tiny, and they give it's like 10 times more XP or something, or 6 times, I think. 6 times more XP than you normally would.
Which they're already 4 times more, I think. So it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of XP.
Yeah, it's a lot of XP. I don't remember the exact multipliers. It's a lot of XP. You get like 24 times multipliers. It's crazy. So that kind of that's a good start towards solving this whole attack issue. So
I'm gonna catch the Geodude first, and then I'm gonna get rid of everything so that the Butterfree doesn't get the 13 off the Clefairy.
A quick thing I didn't mention before too is that the entire game, Headstrong is going to use Pokeballs on the support trainer because it actually does not matter what Pokemon ball you use on the support trainer. The boost you get is always the same.
Yeah, it just defaults to whatever the main character is using.
So Geodude's
since the main character's got a Great Ball, and so it just defaults to the Great Ball. They morph together, make a stronger ball together that's still a Great Ball.
Exactly. Geodude's one of the nice, or a fun catch where if there's a like specific cycle that it will do. So you saw that Headstrong threw it a little bit early and just has practiced enough that she knows when to throw it. The times that they attack are random, but they will do them at like sort of specific time points in their cycle. So it is like somewhat predictable.
Yeah, so right there, we're just, again, getting rid of all the Pokemon so we don't have to deal with this Clefairy getting things leveled, especially since this Clefairy is glowing. I'm keeping Geodude just in case for damage.
Oh, support trainer. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, come on, I missed the circle. It's fine. That
side throws are hard.
But yeah, I overthrew it to the side a little bit.
It sort of hones when you're playing with Joy-Cons and docked, but it's not the most accurate sometimes because they are still Joy-Cons.
Yeah, it can be a little weird. We don't even like throw like technically properly. When I throw, I like swing it like directly sideways instead of like actually swinging the Joy-Cons.
And there is also an experience for getting the Pokemon in first ball. So that's also a nice thing to get.
Yeah, you want to avoid having Pokemon break out as much as possible for time and for XP.
So that's the catch section. Oh, you didn't do Nuggets to get my favorite strategy, which is...
No, I'm not doing that.
I've forgotten to grab that nugget a bajillion times, and it's bad.
Alright, so this is our next trainer battle after all the catches. Got a Sandshrew. Minus attack, so I probably won't kill it, but we'll see.
You are level 15.
Am I 15 or am I 16?
Yeah.
I'm almost close to 16.
One of those.
What am I?
You are level...
Almost 16.
15, so like...
It's not gonna work. Oh, it did. Yes.
Yeah.
Go, Eevee.
You're so over... Again, we need to hit 15 by the end of this in order to get into Misty's gym. So we're good.
Going all right so far.
The rest of this for a while is just fights. So it might be a good time for a couple more donations.
Yeah, I've got plenty of time for donations to the rest of Mount Moon. I'm just gonna be avoiding Pokemon and doing a few fights.
Sure thing. We have plenty. I have a $25 donation from Anonymous. They say, pet that Bidoof. We are at 1,053. We need 947 for the first petting of Eevee, Bidoof. We have a $25 donation from Aristofan. They say, Bidoof. We have a $25 donation from Etchy. Hi, Etchy. They say,
Hi, Etchy.
pet the Eevee.
Hi, Etchy.
Go, Headstrong. Go, May. Go, Nichole. You're all awesome. No, you're awesome.
You.
Thank you so much. I have a $250 donation from New Cajo. They say, pet the Eevee. I mean, Bidoof. I have a $25 donation from Anonymous. They say, I guess I'm going to have to imagine Jinx doing all the voice acting for the rival in this game. Yes, you are. Thank you so much for your donation.
That would sound very strange.
Oh, no. I didn't even consider this.
I have $13.30 from Beyond Vesk that says a Pokemon speedrun. That's what I call a Rapidash. Thank you so much for your donation. I have $25 from G-Baby that says, gotta catch them all. $20 from Anonymous, pet the Eevee. Thank you both so much for your donations. $125 from Bryson Robot that says, less than 3. Thank you so much for your donations. You all are absolutely amazing. Only $817 to go for the first petting of the Eevee. I have 25.
Close.
We are. Don't you chat? Hi. Don't you want to see the Eevee get pet? Because I certainly do. I have $25.
Every day, millions of Eevees go unpet. But with your donation, you can make a real difference in an Eevee's life. Donate today by typing !donate and going to the link that shows up.
Donate today for more Eevee pets. We have $25 from Nuxkenma. Pets? Thank you so much. I have $25 from Tia Kal. What's a donation? A haiku that's full of memes. A meaningful pun.
Oh, that would be a miserable little pile of secrets.
I did too, but then it was a meaningful pun. Thank you so much. $25 from Cut Rain. Wait, pet the Eevee?
I got that?
Yes, pet the Eevee. And yay, GG.
Because you're level 1,000.
I know, but the first kick didn't do enough for half. The
That's
second
fair.
kicked
Maybe
it
it was a
over
low
half.
roll.
I guess I low rolled and high rolled.
This is an important choice. We pick Helix because Ammonite is the better of the two.
I just pick Helix because it's closest to the
No, it's
destination.
because Ammonite's better. Though by picking
Ammonite is
Helix,
better.
we do see a Kabuto later. So
This is true.
this is our first Jesse James fight. They are forced doubles.
Yeah, it's also a first double fight.
Yeah. The only double fights that we do in this game are Jesse James fights. At least like two actual 2v2s. We will do some fights where it is 2v1 because we are dirty cheaters.
We are quite the cheaters. So right here, we're going to be using an X attack to boost our strength so that we can actually just one-shot the Ekans. If we had an Eevee that was not minus attack nature, we would also one-shot the Coffin, but I don't think that's going to happen at 16 with minus attack.
I mean, so far
It
you've been
could.
wrong every time you said it wasn't going to happen.
I have been wrong, this is true, but this is the Coffin we're talking about.
I'll quickly explain X items. There's a concept of this game called combat stages. Okay, yeah, you're right on that one. There's a concept of this game called combat stages, which is pretty much like some moves like Growl and stuff that'll say that their defense or their attack lowered. That's what that's doing behind the scenes is it's raising or decreasing a combat stage, and what each stat that is attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed has a number from -6 to +6 that is called its combat stage. They last for the duration until the Pokemon is swapped out or the battle ends. And each positive combat stage essentially increases the damage dealt by the Pokemon by 50%. It increases base stat by 50%, but it's roughly the same. Pokemon math's really complicated. I don't recommend looking into it. It's awful. What an X item does in this game is it increases the relevant combat stage by 2 stages. So essentially every time we use an X attack, our attack is twice as strong, which is very good, especially because in Gen 7, they buffed X items to make them twice as effective as they used to be, and in doing so, raised all their prices. But quickly, we're learning moves. I'll start up for one.
Yeah, so right here is one of the major differences between, well, Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, but as well as Gen 1. So since we are stuck with our starter Eevee and we can't evolve Eevee, we could take Eevee out of the party, but instead what they did was they gave Eevee these incredibly OP moves called Buzzy Buzz, Bouncy Bubble, and Sizzly Slide. They have wonderful names.
There's
Buzzy
a
Buzz,
special move for every different evolution type.
Yeah, if you want to go over what each of these 3 moves specifically do, that'd be great.
let me quickly wrap up my X item rant.
Yeah, sure.
So the X items in Gen 7, they made X items twice as effective. Before Gen 7, they only give you one combat stage, so it increased your attack by 50%, or the stat by 50%. Now they increased it by 100% because they give 2 combat stages, but the prices, because this is a remake, are still the price of the original game, which they were cheaper, but in Gen 7 they made them more expensive. So we get the advantage of having the better X items, but we pay the original prices, so we use a lot of X items in this game, and I hope that all makes sense. Okay, the moves. So the 3 moves we just learned are Bouncy Bubble. Bouncy Bubble is a water type move that heals us for half the damage we do, which is great because we like having health. Sizzly Slide is a fire type move that always burns, which is great because burn reduces attack and is also it deals damage. And the last one,
Fuzzy
Fuzzy Buzz, is an electric type move that always paralyzes, which is great because then we're faster and stuff.
Unless they quick attack. I one-shot the Goldeen. Awesome. So I actually have decent special attack then. That'll be good.
If you need an auctioneer,
if you need
an auctioneer, DM me. Don't actually DM me. I don't want to do that.
Going once, going twice. So.
You will learn. We learned one special move on the Pikachu side of this game, which is Zippy Zap, which is, always crits and is a priority move, which means it usually goes first. That is the only good Pikachu move. Pikachu gets way worse moves than Eevee does. Eevee's moves are insane.
Because Eevee's just a better Pokemon.
I mean, we don't. We could agree.
I'm sorry.
To disagree.
It's just the truth. I'm sorry.
I like Eevee, but Eevee's probably the better Pokemon, but Pikachu's the better run. We get to use Nidoking. It's pure Gen 1 nostalgia that I don't really have.
Cute Eevee.
I mean, my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon is Magnemite. We don't even see Magnemite, really, so...
Well, we didn't get burned. So, something a bit different in this game, too, is that there's moves from other gens in this game, so it's not just Gen 1 moves. And if it's your first time ever playing a Pokemon game, getting to the water gym and then finding out that Mistino's scald and it can burn your Pokemon is, like, the strangest thing.
Which, if you don't know, burn halves your attack. So getting burned sucks, and it's bad, and we don't like it. In the Pikachu side, if you get burned, you have to go to the center, because we don't buy burn heals. And then if you're going for a top time, it means you reset, which is super fun when you're 30 minutes into the run. This is our second rival fight. He's got an Oddish, or a Bellsprout now. Does he have an Oddish in this game too? I don't remember.
He has an Oddish in this game too.
He's an Oddish now.
Yeah, even though he shouldn't be able to catch it in this game, because there is no such thing as an Oddish.
Is also a dirty cheater, and he evolves his Eevee/Pikachu by the end of this game, which we can't do, because everyone knows that Eevee can't evolve. That's like the famous Eevee thing, is that Eevee can't evolve.
The rival gets a Raichu.
So look at that Oddish, it's so cute.
It's so dead.
It is very dead.
Am I gonna one-shot the Pikachu? We'll find out. If we don't, it's fine. The Pikachu doesn't do too much damage. We'll just have to hit it again after potioning. Yeah, that's what I figured. Oh, double teamed though. He's killed. Okay, we're good?
Easy. Oh, nice crit. Crits are more rare in this game. They nerfed crits in Gen 6 and Gen 7. Before Gen 6, they did double damage. In Gen 6 and beyond, they do 1.5 times damage. And in Gen 7, the crit chance went from 1 in 16 to 1 in 24. And this is a Gen 7 game, so we have 1.5 times damage crits, and they do, and they're 1 in 24 to happen, which is better than the original Red and Blue, where crits sometimes did less damage.
So, the Nugget Bridge in this game is probably, I want to say, the most uninteresting part of the run. Everything dies in one hit.
Yeah.
What's nice about Nugget Bridge?
What's nice about Nugget Bridge is it's a great time to read some donations.
Exactly.
Amazing. We have so many, and we are also only $713 away from petting that Eevee. That being said, I have $100 from Eco that says, Eevee, that pet. Good luck, Headstrong, less than 3. Thank you so much for your donation. I have 25 from Jim Freak 739, Headstrong running, Neon commentary, and Nichole hosting. This is going to be a good one. Oh, thank you so much for your donation.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you. I have $60 from Svenka Fish. It says only Bidoof. Thank you so much for your donation. And $25 from King of Sand. It says, not a Pokedex donation, but I want to shout out my favorite Pokemon, Pyukumuku. Thank you so much for your donation. And $25 from SugarSnap037 that says, as a teacher, I am in full support in raising funds for girls to gain access to education. As a teacher who knits, I have to know, is the Magikarp actually knit or is it crochet? It's adorable either way. Good luck. And thank you so much for your donation. It is absolutely adorable. Also, we are
So
only...
cute.
That
It's so
Magikarp is
cute.
so
badly.
I know, me too, right? We are almost at $122,000. Chat, you are so amazing. We actually just got some more donations in for Pet the Eevee. We are now only $667 away from petting that Eevee. Speaking of getting real close, we've got $30 from Failed Uplink. They say, pet the Eevee for Malala Fund. Yes, let's pet that Eevee for Malala Fund. We can hit that, and then there'll be possibly more petting the Eevee, chat. Don't you want to see the Eevee be pet?
Everyone needs to see the Eevee pet. Petting the Eevee is just so adorable. Or we can, and the more we get, we might even feed Eevee too.
Ooh, hear that, chat? We have $25 from Bidoof that says, it says Bidoof is on fire.
No.
Thank you so much.
Poor Bidoof.
I'm mad about that one because I wish I had thought of it.
It's so good. It's upsettingly good.
We've got time for a few more.
Sure
Again,
thing.
there's just not much going on here with Nugget Friends.
This guy
We are
asks us if you want to join Rocket. It doesn't matter. You don't have a choice. We can't join Rocket.
We are at no lack of donations. We have $100 from Zeno Veritas that says, let's go pet that Eevee. I agree. Let's pet that Eevee. And I have $100 from 3GPHD121. They say, if I recall correctly, there was a request for stories of influential women educators in our lives. Well, I've got 2. First was my computer science teacher in high school, Miss Ryan. I fell in love with coding my sophomore year, but didn't have the requirements needed to continue the computer science track through junior and senior year. Miss Ryan pulled lots of strings to make sure I could take her advanced classes. To this day, I credit much of the success I had through my academic career to her, and I couldn't be more grateful. Second is my wife, who is a phenomenal university educator and science communicator. I couldn't be more proud of her and her efforts to make this world a better place for everyone. Thank you, GDQ, for another fantastic marathon in support of a wonderful charity. Take care, stay safe, and much love. Thank you so much for your donation. That's so sweet.
Yeah, that was super sweet.
Yeah. Shout outs to teachers who
Oh, Venonat.
care a lot and leave those lasting impressions.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Any Venonat fans in the chat? I know there's at least one.
I'm not a fan of catching it, but
It's the worst to catch.
it swayed right as I threw that one. That was going to be in the circle. Fine. Stay in the ball. Thank you. So Venonat is kind of more of an optional catch. It's good to see, but at the same time, it's not the easiest of catches because of how it sways and it likes to move around a lot. But it was there. It's still good to catch because we don't know what kind of Pokemon we're going to end up with overall. We need to just hope for the best. Also, coming up right here is a great show of the vision of trainers.
Yeah, our first trainer skip.
We just walk in between the vision of both of those trainers because their vision is fantastic.
This game exists on a grid, as you can sort of figure out just by how everything played out. There's a grid recreation of the original game for the most part, but for some reason they decided that trainer vision doesn't. Well, I think it's just that trainer vision doesn't overlap, but pretty much they just have a straight line vision, and we've used that a lot.
Yeah, it doesn't overlap, and they're completely straight line. They can't see angles at all. It's just perfectly straight.
It's like
right
horses with blinders, just whoo. So there are 4 trainer skits that we do. It's 4 or 5. I don't know. Maybe
one of those.
And they're all ridiculous. They're all really silly.
Yeah, it totally looks like you should be seen, especially the second one. But you guys got to be on the watch out for that
so
one.
Goofy. We'll point it out. Don't worry. We have to go turn or Nido-ran Bill. There's actually a category or a category extension called Ditch Bill that runners do, where you get to here and then leave without Nido-ranning Bill, which was inspired by runners forgetting to talk to the computer to trigger the cutscene and killing their runs.
Yeah, basically Bill here, if people don't know from Gen 1, was doing an experiment with teleporting, and his Nidorino got in the other teleporter at the same time as he got in the other, and they ended up in the same body.
This is the first skippable cutscene, by the way, or the first movie, my bad. Or the second movie, because there's also one at the way beginning.
With Eevee?
Yeah. There's the second movie. You just mash minus, and if you do it, or plus, if you do it fast enough, you don't even see anything. And Bill gives us these tickets, but he gives us 2 for some reason, and now we have 2 tickets to go in the SSN, and we're done with Cerulean.
On our way down here is just this nice little walk, but coming up is probably, I would probably say, a lot of people's favorite parts of this game, just because it's super adorable, and it is what we like to call Detective Eevee. Because Eevee is the greatest detective ever known. No one can ever be better at being a detective than Eevee.
I couldn't think of a... Man, if in the Pikachu game, if like they actually just had that one cutscene voiced by Ryan Reynolds, just for that one bit, it'd be so good.
That would be perfect for this.
It'd be so good.
So if right here, once we enter in here, Eevee has to investigate what the heck happened, because the police didn't fully understand what was going on. Eevee's got to figure out what happened, following these tracks. I wonder what's over here. Follow them off to the side. Nothing there. Wait, what's over here?
I love this cutscene because it feels really long, and you just have to watch it.
It's a giant hole. Good job, Eevee. You found a giant hole in the wall.
It.
I'm so proud of you.
This is the different.
No one's
This is different from the original game.
Yeah, so in the original game, we're supposed to do a fight with that Eradicate guy back there. I think that's Eradicate.
And I believe the hole's in the back of the house.
Yes, it is also in the back of the house. But you can just ignore that trainer. You can have to, if you talk to that rocket, you can fight him. And he'll give you a dig.
Worst cutscene in the game. This is the kiss.
They do not kiss.
This is the kiss. It's the worst.
They do not kiss.
It's the worst.
So
it's bad. I don't like it.
In this cutscene, our rival does a magic trick with revives and pulls a revive out from behind her ear. But the way they animated this right here makes it look like he's coming in to kiss you.
It's the kiss. So now we have revives.
Keys.
Thanks, Keys.
And how Eevee did not know that was happening for the magic, I will never understand, because Eevee is surprised too, even though Eevee watched the whole thing from our head.
There are some secret items in the underground that respawn every day. And we are going to grab one of them, I think, right?
Yeah, we're grabbing the nugget from the middle.
The middle item is always a nugget.
Yeah, so the first item and the third item are random, but the middle one is always a nugget.
And there's also a free lure here, which is nice. Yay, a lure. Lures, by the way, we never explained lures. That's the thing I forgot to explain.
I don't think we explained lures.
We did not explain lures. Lures are great. What lures do is it increases the rate at which Pokemon spawn on the overworld. Additionally, it ensures that all Pokemon that spawn are one level higher than the highest level they could be found normally. So, for example, in the forest, I believe you can find Caterpies from level 3 to 6, or maybe it's 2 to 6. If you have a lure up, they're always level 7. Which is great, because the higher level they are, then that's the fewer levels that we need for them to evolve. And then, is there anything else to lures?
No, that's about it.
If your lure drops, but the Pokemon's already spawned, that's okay. The only thing that matters is that that the Pokemon spawns while the lure is up. That was a raspberry. It makes the Pokemon slightly easier to catch. If the the circle, if it's green, it's easiest. If it's red, it's hardest. And the harder it is, the more likely it is to break out.
Right here is our next kind of like hopefully major catching part. We want to find a few Pokemon here. Specifically, Vulpix and Jigglypuff are pretty important. Also Pidgey up here. If it's here, we'll catch it. If not, it's fine. A few Pokemon spawn in multiple areas. Pidgey's one of them. And Pidgey is just another very quick catch, easy to work with, and
it evolves
very quickly.
You got the shiny
It's also
Vulpix.
supersized.
It was red and not white.
It was supersized. That was all right. More XP.
You got a
More
lot of
XP the better right
experience.
now. We're negating our minus attack nature.
This
Which
section
is
is a bit
wonderful.
stricter in the Pikachu run because we kind of need a Growlithe
Oh, yeah.
or an Abra in order to get through this next part of the game remotely okay. Which can be bad if we don't see a Growlithe. And Growlithe is better.
So with Psyduck, you have the option of catching Psyduck here or much later if you want to evolve Psyduck for an extra Pokemon. But since I'm minus attack, I'm gonna prefer it here so I can get more XP, so I can get a higher level on my Eevee, so that we don't have to deal with minus attack as much. Just to help get through things. And then hopefully we won't have to worry about having any issues with catches later. Let's see what else is here. There's a Chansey. No.
Can't choose bad. All right. The next trainer skip. Who's ready? This is really goofy. Wow, they didn't see us. That's crazy.
Yeah, those trainers are very blind.
Essentially, the way that those trainers are set up is they didn't want to create a situation where you could accidentally essentially trigger a double battle because there aren't overworld doubles that aren't the Jesse James fights, really. So their vision extends 2 tiles forward, but right down the middle, if you line it up just right, they won't see you because their vision doesn't actually extend far enough. And it's pretty precise. It's like, honestly, it's the hardest or second hardest skip in the game, depending on who you ask. And you get to do it twice, so that's cool.
Yeah, you gotta do it once on the way in and then once on the way out.
It's easier on the way out, though.
Alright, so this menu here is just us preparing for pretty much the next, hour-ish of the run
Yeah.
with items. So we got a bunch of more Great Balls so we can do more catching, super potions so that we can heal whenever things happen as needed. We got a bunch of X attacks, a bunch of X special attacks so that we can deal better damage, and some more lures so that we can spawn a lot of Pokemon.
We did sell the Helix Fossil, so a
Oh
moment
yes,
of
we did sell
silence.
that. Because in this game, you're allowed to sell the fossil because you can get multiple fossils. You're not stuck to just that one fossil. You can find more.
Coming up is going to be our third rival fight. There's a little bit of time before it, though, so maybe a good chance for a couple donations.
We can do 2 donations here.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I have a $25 donation from Belwoovie that says, love the stream, the speedrunners, the announcers, the crew, and the lovely chat. Thank you so much for your donation. And I have a $500 donation from Spirits. Ooh. They say, Bidoof will not be stopped. Bidoof is love. Thank you so much, and we are only $432 away from petting that Eevee. Get those donations in so we can pet.
We're well past forming a Bidoof religion on accident.
Yeah, we are beyond that at this point.
You're well past that.
So right here is the very first instance of us cheating. So we're going to be fighting our rival here. However, we have a friend, and our rival, well, he doesn't have a friend with him right now. So it's going to be a 2v1 battle, which is totally fair, I promise. Don't worry about it. The reason why we do this is it makes setting up Eevee a lot quicker, and we don't have to deal with as many issues from our rival's Pokemon. So you'll see there, I use Fuzzy Buzz and the X special attack in the same turn, and then instantly just killed Pidgeotto. Vulpix getting a level, not Very important. Pidgey's getting levels. That's cool. Pidgey will evolve after here. So once again, we're going to headbutt for the Pikachu, but we can't quite kill Pikachu. So we're also going to X-attack during the same turn. Nice quick attack, and then headbutt the Pikachu to one-shot.
Hooray! Pretty much whenever we pull the second trainer out, it's just using items.
Yeah, most of the time it's
cases.
just to use items.
Not always, but usually.
Yeah, so like this last turn, the second trainer doesn't have to do anything since Bidoof didn't get hurt or anything, so... And there we go. Rival 3 is taken care of. Again, we cheated slightly, but don't worry about it.
And
also, here's the
Pidgey
evolution. So now we've got 18 Pokemon. Going all right so far.
When you're running this game, a nice fun thing is that you have to kind of learn like how to adjust your splits to know what pace you're on, because you're not going to have the same catch count every time. We generally say a catch takes about 30 seconds, give or take. An evolution's slightly faster. But
yeah, evolutions are 25 seconds.
Yeah, for simplicity, we just say 30. So it's fun to be like, oh, I'm 4 minutes behind, but I have 9,000 catches, so I'm actually ahead.
This game is very interesting with splits.
Yeah.
When you're running with splits, your splits pretty much don't matter almost. Yeah. Just because of how different catches can be per run. There's a lot of on-the-fly routing with what Pokemon you're going to end up catching, what shows up, what doesn't, just all kinds of things. Yeah,
it's sometimes you get to the end, you're like, wow, I have nothing, so I have to catch the worst catches ever, and I have to put all my stake in Tangela, and I'm very unhappy. Sometimes you get out of Rock Tunnel, and you're like, I have 43 catches, somehow cool. How did that happen?
I would not recommend the Tangela catch. The one time I've ever caught no. The one time I caught a Tangela, I caught it first ball. It was glowing, it was supersized, and it gave me 9,500 experience, and I gained way too much.
Oh god, that's also bad.
It was ridiculous.
That was another movie we could skip, and that was a good chance for some donations.
Amazing. I have $25 from Anonymous. They say, Bidoof, thank you so much for your donation. We have $25 from Mia, but wait, isn't there more? $25 from Captured Bird, but wait, there's more. More Bidoof, that is. And $25 from Yukubo, but wait, there's more. Pets for Eevee. Thank you so much for your donations.
Easy.
We only need $207 for the first incentive to pet the Eevee. We have $20 from Player to start Pet That Eevee. Thank you so much for your donation. $25 from Nanobite 1667. Eevee needs pets. Pet that Eevee. Thank you so much for your donation. Always pet the Eevee. It's a good thing to do. I have $28 from Concussion. They say, I messed up my Pokedex donation earlier this week by donating the right number for my favorite Pokemon, but failed to say which Pokemon in the donation. So here's a second Pokedex donation for my favorite Pokemon, number 28, Sandslash. I fell in love with mine when he was a lowly level 5 Sandshrew and raised them all the way to level 100. Thank you so much for your donation.
We've got time for a few more donations. We just have to make our way back to Cerulean City here. So
yeah, sure thing.
Absolutely. I have $5 from Laniakea. Last minute donation to support Malala Fund and say that selling the Helix Fossil is a useful approach, but also hearsay against Lord Helix. Much love to the Flame Fatales and see you next Fatales event. Pet the Eevee. Thank you so much for your donation. I have $25 from Borbox. Don't be a Badoogus and pet that Bidoof. Thank you so much. We're doing our best. I have a $70 donation from Holly. They say, I can't afford the full Pokedex amount, but here is $70 for my favorite evolution, Sylveon. Pet that Pokemon. Thank you so much for your donation.
I gotta pet the Eevee.
Also, we hit Pet the Eevee. Good job, everyone.
Right.
We're gonna pet
first
that
pet
Eevee.
Oh, Eevee doesn't like those pets. Hold on. You like those face pets? No. Eevee doesn't like our pets. Eevee, you gotta like our pets. There we go. Tail pets. All right, there we go.
Yay!
I had to find the right spot on Eevee. The spot that Eevee wants to be pet changes every time. Usually where you try to pet works, but not always. Had to go around a little bit to find where Eevee wanted to be pet. But apparently tell pets are best pets.
We can do a couple more.
Yeah, there's just a little bit of a menu here.
Absolutely. Also, we now have Pet the Eevee another time open. $2,000 to pet that Eevee again. We have $25 from HP Boost. They say heart emoji, heart emoji, heart emoji. Thank you so much for your donation. We have $25 from Bee Sneeze that says, I don't know if you want to guess what the comment says, but you'll be surprised to hear it says, Badoof. Thank you so much for your donation. I have $15 from Chaos, who says, my girlfriend Summer loves Eevee, so I'm happy I caught this run with her. Let's pet that Eevee. We did, and we're going to pet that Eevee again. Hopefully, chat, right? We're going to pet that Eevee again. Right, chat? Again and again. We are almost at $123,000 raised for Malala Fund. Chat, you are amazing. Thank you so much. I have $25 from Sundance. No comment, but thank you so much for your donation, Sundance.
So right there was the only instance of us ever using a guard spec. It was just to make sure that this Eevee doesn't cause any weird status effects to us. So this Eevee knows Growl, Tail Whip, and Sand Attack, which all can kind of cause problems other than Tail Whip. So we just have to make sure that none of that happens. So we just use a guard spec to just get past it. Also, yes, we just beat up an Eevee with an Eevee. That is the only time we will ever fight an Eevee. But you'll also notice that specifically there, you can really tell our Eevee is a lot brighter colored than the regular Eevee. It's kind of their way of differentiating them.
Yeah, what a guard spec does is pretty much just prevents our stats being dropped, which is nice.
So right here is our first of many Eradicate fights. For some reason, they decided that lots of trainers need Eradicates. And with minus attack, it can be a bit daunting to fight some of the Eradicates, but hopefully we'll be okay since we're so over-leveled here. So we're going to Buzzy Buzz first turn. Apparently I outsped up, that's okay. The Buzzy Buzz was to make sure we outspeed. That's the main goal of Buzzy Buzz in the Eradicate fights. And looks like we'll do enough damage, so that's good.
And Pikachu would do these fights using Growlithe, who does a pretty good job of getting through these. A little like a mix of Growlithe and Pikachu. And then eventually we just get Thunderbolt, which is really good, and then we just Thunderbolt him.
Thunderbolt's a good move. Really, Malik? She's never looking that way when I get down here.
I'm always afraid of her. Everyone's like, just YOLO her, and I'm like, it's...
Hey, Pokemon, thank you.
Okay. There we go. So there's a bunch of Pokemon that we want to catch here. Route 10 is where a lot of good runs go to die because there's a lot of catches you want, and if you don't get them, then you're very behind for the rest of the run. Specifically, we want a Rattata. We want a Spearow. We want a Nidoran male. We want a Nidoran female. We want a Crab. We don't need all of them, but the more we get, the better.
Yeah, we want to get as many things as we possibly can here. It's a very important section, and only seeing one so far is kind of sketchy. We'll see. We actually bought a Repel earlier just in case things don't spawn here that we need, so I can use that if needed.
There's a thing called Repel Trick.
We're getting silly things here, apparently.
It's not great. There's a thing called Repel Trick, which if you use a Repel, it despawns all the Pokemon. So then all you have to do is go to your menu, use a Repel, and then immediately use a Lure, and it's just going to essentially reset the route.
Which we just did there, and hopefully... No, I don't need another Crab or a Fearow. Game.
Oh, well, also we should mention that when you catch something, that Pokemon is more likely to appear after that. There's a mechanic in this game called a catch chain, so very often you'll... Like that Crab's a rarer one, but it makes sense that we saw two Crabbies because we're on a Krabby catch train.
Oh, we totally forgot to mention while we were in Vermilion, because we left Vermilion, we're not going to be fighting Surge for a very long time. You can do the fight with Eevee, but it's kind of slow, so we're actually going to be waiting to use our later Pokemon Starmie to do that. So we're actually not going to be doing any gym battles from now until we get a Starmie. So
Yeah.
we're gonna be doing gym 1 and 2, which we've done now, and then our third gym is going to be gym 7, because this game allows you to do the gyms in any order that you would like, as
After the
long as you
first-
can get there.
Yeah, after the first two, essentially. And then you always have to Giovanni last.
Yeah, and then Giovanni last.
But the other 5, however you want.
I can go without female Nita, that's fine. We got everything else, and the rat we don't have to deal with.
Maybe this will be a
until-
tango
there's a-
run.
Or I'll get a rat right here as I despawn the second trainer, sure.
Classic.
I'll spawn you back in for the rat catch. But Rattata can show up in so many different places that you can delay Rattata for such a long time. It's still totally fine because it'll show up eventually.
That is a totally okay route.
It's fine. It's a bit slow, but you do what you
Yeah.
can.
It's
But we got as much as we needed, so that's fine.
beats
There's another Krabby. There's so many
much
Krabbies.
worse.
All right, so right here is our next rocket fight. However, because the game wants to show off the Elite Four very, very early, we don't do this alone. So we get to fight one of these rockets, while Lorelai here, with her Lapras,
Fights
very,
me.
her very scary Lapras, will take the other 3. So we get this one rocket. She'll take care of the rest, just to show you just the Elite Four are just out of your league right now.
Yeah, the Rockets all freak out when she's like, by the way, I'm from the Elite Four. And they're like, oh, no.
Just, oh no.
We made a mistake.
The same thing here, we're gonna Buzzy Buzz first. That way we can outspeed on the next turns. This time I did not outspeed, which makes sense. And then we're gonna headbutt the next 2 turns. I almost killed after that headbutt. Interesting. I wonder if I could have 2-hit with headbutt with minus attack. I am pretty over leveled, but I was not planning
Yeah.
on that. I might have been able to. That's okay. It's fine. They're like, what? Elite Four? Oh, no wonder why we lost. And then they all run away. They all ran away, but they all ran into Rock Tunnel, which we're going into, and we never see them in there. So,
And now we get to go to Rock Tunnel, which
Yeah,
is another
so-
part where runs go to die.
so in Rock Tunnel, normally you're supposed to go and get Flash so that you can actually see in Rock Tunnel. But in this game, you can see very well in Rock Tunnel, actually, in the dirt. You can see all the Pokemon fine. You can see all the trainers, the walls, and everything. So there's no reason to go get Flash. It's very useless in this game.
And so in Rock Tunnel chat, you want to be on the lookout for Zubat and... Hold on, there's a bunch. Cubone,
I got
Machop,
it for you.
Rhyhorn, not Rhydon, Rhyhorn. I get this wrong every time. The bigger Geodude. Golem. No, that's the third one. Graveler. That's what I'm thinking of. And that's it. Wait, is there 6? Am I forgetting one?
Wait, did I just run away from the Machop? Whoops.
There'll be another one.
Hopefully another one shows up. That was me being silly. I got slightly distracted randomly.
I thought I was so ready to just rattle off that list, and boy howdy was I not. We can also see
hopefully they find
Charmander.
the job.
Charmander's bad.
Now I'm catching Charmander.
So here's my theory on. So Charmander is what we call the rare spawn, which is a complicated mechanic that I'm not going to go into because it's not super relevant for this run. But just assume it's very rare. When a Charmander shows up, it either saves or kills your run. Usually the latter because it's hard to catch. But sometimes it shows up when you need it. And my theory is that if a Charmander shows up, you have to catch it. Because if you don't catch it, it's cursed. The not catching the rare Char curses your run. And if you do catch it, you get a Charmander, and Charmander's cute.
forget what Pokemon I have, so I'm in a menu real quick.
I think it's just Zubat, right?
Oh, no, I've got a very full party that all need XP. Perfect.
Oh, I thought you meant have caught in
No,
here so far.
yeah.
Oh, that was a big grab,
What I
right?
need. Yeah, it spawned a little late, though.
Yeah. Graveler
Hopefully
could be a
this one
jerk.
gets in. Yeah, Graveler could be mean, but generally it's still a good catch to do. We kind of prefer it. It gives a lot of XP if you can catch it. So like we're gonna get 1,201 XP from this catch.
It's one of the only Pokemon that we catch 2 forms of, I think.
I think it's the only one. It's the only main one, and then any other
Sometimes
ones
you do
that
with
we
Pidgey,
do,
but
and sometimes with Rattata.
yeah.
Okay, we have a ton of evolutions right here, so if you want to read off some donations, that would be awesome.
Absolutely. We have $500 from Anonymous. Thank you so much, Anonymous. We have $100 from Nintendo PC. Wow. Pokemon Let's Go Bidoof is not the Gen 4 remake I was expecting. Let's pet the Bidoof, I guess? Less than 3. Thank you so much for your donation. We only need $1,717.68 to hit that 2,000 goal to pet the Eevee another time. I have $50 from Sai. This has been an amazing week of speedrunning, and I can't wait for the next marathon. Here's 50 for Pet the Eevee, and don't forget to catch Meowth for meme struts. Good luck on the run, Headstrong, and thanks for race last week.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much for your donation. I have $25 from Something Hill Zone. Must pet that Eevee. And I have $25 from Buffer that says, we are all Bidoof on this blessed day. Thank you so much for your donation. We are all Bidoof on this blessed day. I have $10 from All Bidoof from Leona Firepaw Cooper that says, let's go. Let's go.
Alright, so that was our last evolution out of that chain there. That was all the things from Graveler. Hey, look at Charmander.
Rare Char! Yes. It's like
Charmander
roughly
is
1%.
like a 1%. Yeah.
It's not a 1%, it's the rare spawn, but it's roughly 1%. I guess I could explain the rare spawn.
It's not the easiest of catches, especially without a Great Ball, but I will do my best. Come on, stay in. Yeah, first ball. Let's go.
Oh my god. This is
Easy
this
Char.
one's blessed now. Easy Char.
Here's my Zubat leveling up good.
Easy Char.
Want to do anything else?
Charmander's another 2 evolution. Because a lot of these things are essentially higher level than they would be, than they would evolve from, so they just need 1 level to evolve.
Yeah, generally anything we catch from here on out pretty much is just you are catching it to evolve it as well.
I love 3D Golbat, it's so good. So what's left?
Next.
Cubone, Machop,
But do I not have Cubone? There's Cubones up top.
Rhydon, Rhyhorn,
Rhyhorn.
And
We have all the Pokemon.
that's it? Yeah.
Yeah. Charmander in the party. Do that. There we go.
Did you mean
Okay,
to-
so
Oh, I missaw something.
I was fixing things.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Cubone, Machop, and Rhyhorn left.
Cubone and Machop take more levels to evolve because they both evolve at level 28. At least Cubone does. I think Machop's 28.
They both do.
You can actually catch a Cubone that evolves in 1 level at Pokemon Tower, which is later on.
It's super rare.
Super rare. And you never get it when you need it, and you always get it when you don't.
I had a run where I didn't find any Ghastlies, but I found 4 Cubones in Pokemon
That checks
Tower.
out. I had a run where I had 5 Eevees spawn on Pokemon Road,
5 Eevees.
and I was like, this would be the best diploma run. What the heck? So ideally you have a Rhyhorn by now, because that's the best ride Pokemon available to us at this time. You can take any Pokemon out of their Pokeball and they'll follow along with you, and it's often very cute, but some of them you can ride, and that makes them be faster, usually. Some of them are very slow. But Rhyhorn
Some of them are worth
essentially
it.
makes you move 1.5 times faster than you would move from walking. So you want one because moving faster is good.
Also, Kanga's very, Kanga has a lot of health and can hurt you quite a bit, so we Sizzly Slide there to negate its damage that it can do to us and also be able to kill it quicker. Go back, get out of here. I'm not going to catch that Onyx, but if I see an Onyx after I get Ultra Balls, I will try and catch an Onyx.
Oh, this happens sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes Pokemon just like to spawn on you. Hey, look, Rhyhorn.
There we go.
And there's nothing you can do about it. Just gotta deal with it.
The world record holder of this game had a very long stint where he just kept getting runs where Rhyhorns just wouldn't spawn.
Yeah, they're mean sometimes. And you lose, it's like 40 seconds to no Rhyhorn over time.
Yeah, it's bad. I did the exact timings at one point. I have a Google sheet with all of them. It's not good. You lose a lot of time.
Oh, there's Charmander all taken care of.
Say goodbye to Charmander.
And say hello to Charmeleon. I'm still missing Machop, but I have a pretty decent Pokemon count here. I'm not too worried about a Machop, although Machop we do like to use for some strats if we have it. And we would have a Machop if I didn't do a silly, but that's okay.
That Machop was in a breakout. You made the right choice.
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, we're in a menu here. Like mentioned, we can ride the Rhyhorn. We're also going to put Rhyhorn into the second slot so that it can be used for a later fight. And we're going to get rid of the Charmeleon and start on our run on Rhyhorn.
Wow, we're so fast now.
So much faster.
Deja vu.
But also a much bigger hitbox.
Yes, that is true. You have to be a bit more careful about things when you're on a ride Pokemon because your hitbox does change. And it means you can never dodge an Onyx again. It was already pretty rough.
Alright, so here's another instance of Sizzly Slide being very useful for burning a Pokemon. We're going to burn this Machop so that it does not hurt us very much because it hurts a lot with Brick Break.
Yeah, normal type, weak 2, fighting type. It's rough out there.
A little rough, yeah. But luckily, his next Pokemon is a Rhyhorn, and because of our move Bouncy Bubble, which again heals us when we use it, so we're gonna one-shot the Rhyhorn and get a large chunk of our health back without ever having to heal.
And on the Pikachu side, Pikachu gets just dunked on by this entire section because it's all ground types all of the time. And we are an electric type, so we actually catch a Nidoking and use that for this section because it's just so bad to solo as Pikachu.
Then right here, it's the only time we're gonna use an X attack in here. No, second time. We're using an X attack, and it's so that we can one-shot this trainer's Kadabra because Kadabras are very fast, and we don't want to deal with that.
There's a 10% chance that the flamethrower burns you here, in which case you are sad because you lose a turn and it screws up your menus. Sometimes, depending on how you set that stuff up. There's a special order in which we buy things in the second shop to make it so that we have quick access. We have one press access to our X attacks and X special attacks. And if things go not as expected, that can get screwed up. It's not the end of the world. It just means that getting to your X attacks takes 2 inputs instead of 1, or one of the 2, I forget which one. But it's annoying.
Hi, all right, I have Ultra Balls. Let's do it. For the fans.
For the fans, you're gonna write it?
I will write it later, but for now we're going to catch it.
Catching an Onyx in Mount Moon, not bad. Catching an Onyx in Rock Tunnel, a nightmare.
And also, Onyx's hitbox is way up in the air. You do not try and get an excellent on an Onyx. You just aim for nice, maybe a great, and hope for the best. All right, good one shot. We're good. We got the Onyx. All is well.
Easy.
Totally not necessary right now, but we have to catch the Onyx for the fans. So I will show off Onyx later, but Onyx is a ride Pokemon. I didn't say yes there, that's fine. So we will be riding Onyx later on in the run.
This is the last fight of Rock Tunnel. After that, we're going to go. There is a specific order that you have to do this next section that is different than the original games. You kind of do it in either order, but you have to fight your level 4 first in this game in order to trigger cutscenes and stuff. But this might be another good chance for some donations because we're just going to run over there.
Sure thing. I have $100 from Jade Heart, they say. I missed most of the Super Metroid run earlier, but it's always good to see it ran by someone I haven't watched yet. Definitely gonna watch more later. Here's 100 bananas towards petting that Eevee. So fluffy. Thank you so much for your donation. Eevee is super fluffy. We have $875 from Spirits. No comment, but thank you so much for your donation. We only need $1,368 to pet that Eevee another time. And then, who knows, more petting the Eevee, chat? Let's just let's see how many times we can pet that Eevee tonight. I have $100 from Phoenix Down. Was not expecting to see the total so high after getting off work. A nice surprise. I was also not expecting to see all those bows on Flygon or all the Bidoofs. There are way too many Teefies. Thank you so much for your donation. There are so many Bidoofs, just Bidoofs as far as the eye can see. I have $25 from Gwen Crest. Such a great week and so much money raised. Thank you so much for your donation. We are at $123,697.54 total raised from the Lala Fund. You all are amazing. You're doing so great. Thank you so, so much. We have $150 from Optical Opie. No comment, but Optical Opie, thank you so much for your donation. $2 from Borbox. My last donation comment had a typo. Now I'm the Bidoofus. No, you're not a Bidoofus, for we are all Bidoof on this blessed day.
All right, so right here is the 4th rival fight with Kizaron. Again, we're big cheaters, and we're not going to single battle. We're going to double battle while Keys has to only use one Pokemon. Poor Keys. So again, we're using the second Pokemon for setup purposes. So we're gonna X special while we Buzzy Buzz on the same turn, and then one Pidgeotto. And then depending on what Pokemon comes up next, what we do will actually change. I'm not gonna do double-edged strats this run. There's double-edged strats that you can do, but since I leveled up so early, I'm not gonna worry about it.
Yeah, it's weird. There's like a weird sort of sweet spot you want to get into for them.
So right here, we're not gonna have to do the other method of things here. So Gloom and Raichu can come out in whatever order, and we have to change what we do depending on which one comes out second. If Raichu comes out second, then we actually attack the Raichu with our Rhyhorn. But if Gloom comes out second, then we just do everything with Eevee. And for some reason, the Raichu likes to quick attack the Rhyhorn. I don't understand that, but whatever. It happens very frequently.
Trainer AI in this game is strange in general in some cases.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had to do this first so that we could trigger the Cubone cutscene, so that we can learn that Cubone's mom is dead. And then you have to walk upstairs, watch this cutscene, then we're going to escape rope out. If you don't do this, you have to do the sad walk up the stairs again. Because
don't forget to do that.
You cannot progress in the plot if you don't do this first.
Also, sadly, we ran away from our only Machop that showed up. So normally I would put Machop in the second slot and use Machop in some fights coming up. But since I was silly and totally forgot that I needed to catch the Machop and ran away from it instead, we're not going to worry about it.
Well, you have the Charmander instead, so it's fine.
Yeah, but we already got rid of the Charmander. It's whatever. I don't think I've ever run away from a Pokemon like that.
Is the best fight in the game.
Oh yes, so this next fight is a fight with only a Clefairy. And this Clefairy only knows Metronome. So we have no idea what's going to happen. We could flinch it and you'll never see an attack. You could see one-hit KO moves and just get destroyed. Can swap out your Pokemon, put you to sleep. You know, all the things that Metronome can do.
Metronome is a move, if you're not familiar, that uses another random move in the game. It could be any other move with some very slight exceptions. And that could be real bad.
Yes, this Clefairy doesn't usually do very much, but it has, in the past, for everybody, at least once, just done something super stupid.
I have seen Horn Drill in a marathon, but it did miss.
That would not be fun. I've had Guillotine hit.
Oh, God.
Comet Punch, and it missed. All right.
All right, easy.
Easy peasy.
Comet Punch can be super slow, so that's good.
It would. Easy Clefairy, no worries there. At this point, we're only looking for one Pokemon, really. It's not usually going to show up, but there is a potential chance that Abra can show up in this next patch of grass coming up. If it doesn't, it's fine. We're still doing all right on Pokemon, but more Pokemon is always nice to have.
As a general
The more,
rule,
the better.
you want to catch as many things earlier as you can because the Pokemon only get harder to catch as the game goes on.
Yeah,
There are 6 required, essentially, that we will get before the end of the run. But other than
It's
that,
not fully required, but
yeah, it's required with an asterisk. It's lowercase r required.
yeah, bruh. No, all right, that's fine. No worries.
Average
All right,
4%, so it's not surprising we didn't see one.
So in here, we're going to learn our next overpower move called Glitzy Glow. There's also a move you can learn called Batty Bad.
Don't forget to
we're not being
synchronize.
learning that. Thank you.
Don't forget to synchronize. So yeah, Glitzy Glow, really, really good move. Arguably one of the best moves they've ever made ever. It is a extremely strong psychic move that also puts up Light Screen, which essentially halves the damage that all special attacks do. It is absurdly strong. This is Synchronize. You can explain Synchronize, so I don't explain everything.
So right here, what we're doing is forcing all Pokemon in the wild to be a modest nature now until midnight, basically. So from now on, any Pokemon we catch is modest, which is important because that's what we want Starmie to be. Modest nature is plus special attack minus attack.
We will never
we're not going to use,
Yeah.
we won't use any attack moves with Starmie, so there's no reason to have anything with attack. So it's good to just be plus special attack and then minus attack. And it's only 10,000 Pokédollars to do so.
It's very good.
Then right here is our final Raticate fight of these many Raticate fights. This one can be the worst. It needs the better stats to deal with.
It is technically
But I think we'll be okay.
the technically optimal strat is to skip Synchronize and just get a modest Starmie, but no.
Good luck.
But no, it's a 1 in 30.
25. And 25.
1 in 25. I can multiply 5 by 5. My favorite trick in here is called Poster Skip. It's where you forget to talk to the poster, which I do every other run.
Yeah, don't do that. That's a bad thing.
It's bad.
So right here is Rocket Hideout. We just uncovered their hidden hideout down here.
We still have to watch that cutscene, even if we've already clicked the poster where they explain that you should click the poster.
Yeah.
This might be another
It's okay though, because you get to see that Team Rocket gets to gamble and you can't, because in this game you are not allowed to use the slot machines.
Are they gambling or are they playing like Street Fighter? I don't know.
I think they're gambling.
This might be another good time to read some donations because this beginning part of Rocket Hideout is kind of just doing some simple fights and then spinning. Oh,
Sure.
nice sleep.
I have a $25 donation from Kay that says, you can guess. You want to guess?
Bidoof?
Does it say K?
It says Bidoof.
Oh, that makes more sense.
I have a $25 donation from Captain Cloud. You won't guess this one. It says Bidoof. Bidoof, 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 Bidoof.
Oh, the Bidoof.
Thank you so much for your donation. I have a $25 donation from Vicarious Vice. My favorite Pokemon are Ekans and Quilava. Only one of them will be appearing in this run. Thank you so much for your donation. I have $25 from O Fortuna, donating this on behalf of my 7-year-old daughter who is playing the game while watching the run. She wishes you good luck on the rest of your run and pet that Eevee. I mean, Bidoof. That's adorable. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the good luck.
We are only
Hope you enjoy the game.
Yeah, oh, that's so sweet. We are only $1,268 away from petting that Eevee a second time. Chat, come on, let's pet that Eevee. I have
Pet the Eevee.
Pet that Eevee. I have $26 from the best Raichu that says, I'm totally the best Pokemon. If you don't agree, you're going to have to donate and shout out who is best, even if it's wrong. The best Raichu, thank you so much for that donation. And I have a $150 anonymous donation with no comment, but thank you so much. $10 from Zombie, catch 'em all. Yeah, thank you so much for your donation, Zombie. And I have $30.30 from Iva, sending some Dex love for a while. It scared me until I was able to turn it around in 3D in one of the GameCube games and suddenly realized that it's cute. Thank you so much for that donation. Now we are only 1,243 away from petting the Eevee, chat.
This is
We can do it. We can pet the Eevee.
This part right here, by the way, is one of my chat's favorite part of the game when I run it because they like the way that I say Voltorb. They're like obsessed with the way that I say Voltorb.
So right here is our final fight with the grunts, and then right after this fight is probably the thing that's I don't understand why they decided that what is required to stand on after this fight.
It's so bad.
You'll see in just a moment.
A quick warning. This next section coming up is not safe for work.
Yeah, please do not ever do this. Don't teach your kids to do this. Don't teach anyone to do this, even though I'm sure many people have done this.
I'm not going to explain any further why it's not safe for work yet, but it is not safe for work.
Not safe for anything.
Yeah. So the grunt here, he has the key card. We need the key card. So he's gonna hide it up on top of this crate. And we see that there's like a vent that our Eevee could crawl through and then get to the key card.
Yeah, so we're gonna check out this vent. We're gonna look around. What do you guys think in this office space you could use? You think you could use this desk maybe? Maybe this like fire extinguisher thing, like garbage can, maybe some boxes. No, the game wants you to use the game wants you to use the wheelie chair.
The rolly chair.
Where you can spin and fall off, and it's totally safe, I promise.
Don't do this at home.
Because, you know, that's definitely the safest option we could have used in there. Now we're gonna control Eevee. This is the only time you play as Eevee.
Yeah, this is so weird to me because it definitely felt like something that they were going to bring back, and then they never did.
And they never did. It was like, hey, there's this awesome little cute thing you can play as Eevee, and then it doesn't happen again. I wish it did, because playing as Eevee is adorable.
There could be so many more OSHA violations that Eevee could do in this game, and we just don't get them.
Alright, so right here, we're going to be putting a fairy-type Pokemon into the party, which will be Clefairy in this case.
I can explain. I can rapid fire explain this strat. It's a very cool strat.
Go for it.
All right, so the way that the game decides what move to use when it's trying to do not like smart quote unquote AI is in a lot of cases it's going to do what's called what we call pre-roll, which is it's going to attempt to use every move that it has in order, and if it finds ones that will kill, it will use that move. And so in these double battles, it's going to try to do that on both of the Pokemon. And so in this case, because they're both poison types, we put a fairy Pokemon in slot 2, which baits out them to do an attack on the second Pokemon because it knows that's going to kill. So because of that, there's a chance that we could just die if they both attack Eevee. But by putting the fairy Pokemon in slot 2, we guarantee that at least one of them is going to attack the fairy Pokemon, get the kill on it, and then we get essentially a turn where Eevee is not at risk of dying.
And this makes the fights so much better. When we originally ran this game, you did all of this with Eevee just by Eevee's like on Eevee's own, and it was a giant mess. Or in the Team Rocket fight here, we would just use Rhyhorn in the second slot the whole time. It was just not a fun time. This whole section really sucked for just having Eevee. And we've made it a lot better with doing 2-on-1 battles as well as having a fairy Pokemon as our second Pokemon.
I don't remember off the top of my head who came up with this strategy, but it's very clever.
Yeah, so right here we're going to Buzz the Arbok. That way we will be faster than the Arbok after the first turn. And on the first turn, the Clefairy will die, as intended. And then we'll hit with Buzzy Buzz, and then get hit by Sludge. And now we're going to bring out the Rhyhorn, now that we've had a free turn. Yes, Clefairy is exactly just used for water. Just kill off the Clefairy, that's it.
Don't worry, it surely won't happen again.
No, never. We would totally not do it.
We would never do that twice.
So right there we use 2 X special attacks, because we need to use 2 in order to one-shot Weezing here. And I didn't get poisoned, which is really lucky. So instead of having to heal poison, I can just heal myself, hit to full health, and then kill Weezing. Also, May mentioned the turnarounds that Eevee's doing. Once you hit a certain happiness level with your Pokemon, they start to turn around and look at you.
Whenever you hit with a super effective move or you use an item on them.
Yeah, they'll turn around and look at you, and you waste 2 seconds with that. So you want to try and avoid it as much as possible, but with Eevee, it just kind of happens over time.
We did a lot of research into friendship earlier this year, and we have discovered that if a Pokemon is out, is like your follower Pokemon or the starter, it will gain friendship randomly when walking. If it's not, it won't. So with
and the starter's always gaining it.
Yeah, with Starmie, we can we know what our friendship's going to be. There's no randomness to it, so we can play around it as long as possible. With the Eevee, we can't. At some point, we're going to get turnarounds, usually, and it sucks.
So right here again, another 2-on-1 battle because we're cheaters. Gonna X special and then Glitzy Glow. We didn't get the one shot, that's totally fine. And then I'm going to X special one more time. And that X special is specifically so that I can one shot the Golbat with Eevee. That'll be coming up right here.
There are some other things that High Friendship does too. There's a thing called Power of Love, where at a certain point, you have a chance that when Pokemon gets killed, it will sometimes live instead on 1 HP as if it had used the move Endure. And it'll say it toughed it out so you didn't feel sad. At certain friendships, it will sometimes just randomly cure status ailments. And there's some other stuff at High Friendship that I don't remember. And then also your stats in this game are actually based on your friendship. At certain thresholds, your stats go up.
Oh, crap. All right, cool. Also, I forgot to put Graveler in the party. I'll do that in this menu after here, I guess. We're going to be doing what's called boom strats in the next fight. Graveler's got pretty decent attack, and we're going to pump the Graveler full of X attacks and then just blow it up.
Graveler's attack is really garbage, but self-destruct does a lot of damage. Graveler's attack is really garbage. I cannot reiterate that enough.
I meant to put Graveler in the party before. That's okay. Let's hunt down Graveler real quick. Here you are. Put Graveler in the party. Graveler at the front. Go to the second trainer. Good. Now, my Graveler is level 24, so this might not kill, but if it doesn't, it's fine. At least it still does a good chunk of damage and helps protect Eevee from taking too much damage.
Interesting thing, even though this game came out in 2018, there's actually been a lot of new strats specifically on the Eevee side that were developed this year. There was a community tournament called Barrier Blitz that happened earlier this year, where it's kind of like Break the Record, if you've seen that, or I think that's what it's called.
Yeah,
where a bunch of runners, including Headstrong, competed to see who could get the best time over 48 hours, with the hopes of somebody beating the record. It was very fun. I recommend checking out the VODs if you have any interest in watching a lot of this game. Nice.
There's so 24 you might not kill.
There's like a 3-hour chunk of me doing drunk commentary if that's your jam. There's also like a 3-hour chunk of Headstrong resetting bad Eevees if that's your jam. It was extremely tragic.
And then taking a very terrible Eevee for the end of it too.
Yep. There's a clip of Headstrong getting a 1 in 24 squared crit on Ted. God, you had the worst luck that whole weekend.
But it was still a fun weekend. Yeah, so right there we blow up the grappler and then we toss out Eevee for the for the Rhyhorn, so that we can one-shot the Rhyhorn.
Now I might give you a good chance for a couple donations as we exit the hideout. You have
Sure
the Silph Scope
thing.
now.
And we are also only $755 away from petting that Eevee again. Chat, let's pet that Eevee. I have a $25 donation from Potts. They say less than 3. I have $612 from Bella, donating for my favorite Mon, Haxorus. This event has been delightful, and the work Malala Fund does is so important. Thanks to everyone involved in raising money for such great causes. Thank you so much for your donation. I have $250 from Dan the Enigma that says, let's pet the babby. Let's pet that Eevee. Come on. It's so cute. We can pet it so much. Oh, we just got even more for it. We are now only $655 away. Chat, I would love us to pet the Eevee a second time, a third time, a fourth time, a fifth time. Let's pet that Eevee, please. I have $100 from Denali's minion, Eevee and Bidoof. So much fluffy goodness. Pet that Eevee. I agree. So floofy. Thank you so much for your donation. $500 from Mecha Momo. To all the incredible women who have participated in Flame Fatales this week, thank you. You are the most welcoming, supportive, and inspiring community, and I am so proud to be a part of this group. Less than 3. Thank you so much, Mecha Momo. I agree. Everyone is absolutely amazing. Thank you all so much. This has been a fantastic event, and there's so much time left and so many more Eevees to pet, chat.
Hey, we might even feed the Eevee next time.
Might even feed the Eevee, chat. Think of how cute that would be. We want to feed the Eevee.
So we just got our second secret technique, Sky Dash. What is a fly? I've never heard of that.
Yeah, so in this game, I don't, was it the specific generation where they are of HMs? Or something like that.
Horace has them, but does XY have them?
I can't remember. But either way, there's no HMs in this game. Eevee learns everything.
It's fun.
And they're not moves to have. They're just
kind of cute.
Things to use.
Yeah, sorry. It's kind of cute because, like, you ever try to learn one, the person's like, I'm going to teach you the move. And then your Eevee's like, I want to learn it. Teach it to me.
Also, right there was another trainer skip. That vision is great, by the way. Trainers can totally see right in front of their faces, I promise.
There's another thing that just happened. And I'm like, the rival is super afraid of ghosts. So we got to carry him through this section.
Yeah, the rival is afraid of pretty much everything and makes us do everything for him. And somehow he still becomes the champion before us.
Spoilers.
I'm sorry. It's just, I'm so mad that they made the rival beat us in this game.
Okay, it is Gen 7 where they got rid of HMs. Chat is confirming.
Okay.
If any Oras doesn't, because there's one game I know, and well, it's this and Oras. That's 2 games, but...
Also, we still haven't seen a Ghastly, so the only thing we're looking for is Ghastly here. With my Pokemon count, I technically don't need Ghastly. I'll just have to catch everything else from then on. But I would prefer to have Ghastly.
It's nice to have for Snorlax.
Yeah, it makes it so that I can take Eevee out of the party a little bit earlier, since, yes, we will be taking Eevee out of the party. Eevee will not stay with us forever.
In fact, Eevee is not staying with us for very much longer.
No, we now have one more fight for Eevee, and then Eevee will be out of the party, but still available for plenty of pets.
Yeah, the nice thing is you don't have to have Eevee in your party to pet it, because it's always going to be on our hat.
Yep, Eevee's just chilling on our head.
This is going to be another one of the skippable movies after this non-skippable pre-movie, where our rival is like, oh god, it's a ghost, use the thing.
Yep, and then we find out that this was Cubone's mom, and there's a whole sad little cutscene for Cubone. So sad Cubone. And our rival's there to cheer up the Cubone. And our rival will get the Cubone as his own Pokemon. Now we're gonna make our way over here, pick up a rare candy. Really hope for a Ghastly before we go up the stairs. Come on, Ghastly. No Ghastly. Okay. That's fine. Not a big deal. We would have preferred to have it.
In the old games, this is a long rocket sequence where you fight like 3 rocket trainers. In this game, we just fight Jesse James, which is worse, but
it's a long rocket thing.
it's faster, but it's harder because Jesse. So there are no EVs in this game, except that some of the fights in this game they pumped all the Pokemon up with EVs.
Yeah. Also, we mentioned we weren't going to sacrifice the Clefairy again. We're going to sacrifice the Clefairy again. It just got glared.
That's so
That's so rare.
That is really rare. Rare
means
glare.
Eevee didn't get hurt. Eevee didn't get hurt at all during the first turn. That's nice. I don't know why you need to glare the
Don't
Clefairy.
worry, we're actually not going to sacrifice Clefairy again. We are just going to stick it in the box forever.
And never revive it.
Yeah, this is the first game that doesn't have PC revives. So it's going to be dead in the box for the rest of the run.
Well, fainted.
Yeah.
It's just sleeping.
It's
right?
sleeping.
Yeah, exactly.
We sent
having a long rest.
We sent it to a special box upstate where it's frolicking with all of the other Clefairies.
Yeah, so since we didn't find a Ghastly, Bidoof is going to stay with us as our front Pokemon for just a little bit longer, since we're going to need it to outspeed the Snorlax in just a bit.
I tried doing it with Machop once, and it was a horrible mistake.
I've done it with Rhyhorn.
Oh, but why?
Because it was like one of my first few runs.
Okay,
And I was like, oh,
okay.
this will be fine. It was not fine. It took like 6 tries.
Yeah. Now the Pokeflute we can use, which now we can get rid of the Snorlax. We can go to Pokemon Road, which means that we can move on to the main switch. So if you want to get your donations in for Starmie to not be named Bidoof, you have running low on time to do that. You still have a little bit of time, but we're probably in like the last, what would you say, 15 minutes of that?
Maybe a little bit less.
Maybe, yeah. It's hard to say
close.
exactly. It's getting close.
Once we learn how to surf is when we'll cut the donations for Starmie. So
I believe
definitely
you mean
get your
secret
donations in for
technique
Starmie.
Sea skim.
Oh, sorry. Sea
Yes.
skim, not surf.
What is a
Even
surf?
though we're on a surfboard.
I wish we had access to surf. It'd be the best. God, I wish we had access to surf. It'd be so good.
It's a weird menu. I wasn't used to not getting rid of Eevee. I've had so many Ghastlies lately.
Well, because I feel like you usually get at least one.
Usually, but not always.
So there are a couple catches that we want to get on Pokemon Road, or I think it's Route 22, 17?
It's Pokemon Road.
I call it Pokemon Road because I can't remember the number. We need Rapidash or Ponyta. Like, you technically don't need Rapidash or Ponyta. You do. It's 1.5 times faster than Rhyhorn. So that's 2.25 times faster than walking. And then we also need Doduo for a fight coming up later. Technically, we don't need it. You can do it with Rapidash. It's just reliable with Doduo. And then...
in the case of this run, we do actually need both of them. I cannot skip either. I need to catch everything that we need from here on out.
And that's all we're catching here, right? Because you already have Psyduck?
Yep, just the 2.
Just the 2.
So there's another trainer skip coming up right here. Again, vision in this game is fantastic.
This is the
you can't
easiest
do
one.
this You can't do the trainer skip on Rhyhorn, so what we do is we come behind this item here to get rid of Rhyhorn, and then just slide on by, which is, it's funny that's the easiest to do because that was the last one found.
Yeah, that one's super reliable.
Yeah, we didn't actually know about that one for a while. And then someone found that one, and we're like, oh, this should have been known a while ago.
This is my favorite fact, or my favorite thing about this game. If you don't know from my username, I'm a big fan of birds, and there is a gym requirement later in the game that you have to have a cute Pokemon to get in. I thought that's why Doduo was required, because I think Doduo is very cute. The actual thing is you can show any Pokemon at Erica's gym, and they consider it cute, because all Pokemon
are cute.
But I thought that we needed a specific Pokemon, and in this case it was Doduo, because Doduo is super cute. And I thought this for about 3 months.
It would have been kind of interesting if they had like a Pokemon that you should like, ew, gross for. But I mean, it makes sense that they wanted them all to be cute.
I agree. I think it's cuter that they did it that way. But I still menu over to Doduo, because I feel like I have to now.
Sometimes I menu to coughing for fun, because then she has to. She like
it.
rubs up against the Pokemon and hugs it. So I think it's funny if she's hugging a coughing. What about all the Psyduck and Doduo? Where is the pony? There's another Doduo. There's another Doduo. And another Doduo. And another Doduo.
Do you have any repels left?
No.
Well,
we're gonna be chilling here for a second, everybody. I'll go check up here. Another Doduo. There's a Psyduck. What the heck is going on?
This is super cursed. They're not that rare.
Pidgeotto. There's one.
They're pretty common. Okay.
That was interesting.
First try. Everyone clap.
Yeah. First try a Ponyta. Oh, it's jumping. Oh, that was accidentally perfect.
Oh, that was extremely good.
Didn't know what circle was going to be, but I threw anyway, and it was fine.
We are going to use one of our rare candies to make the pony larger so that we can ride it.
Rapidash is one of the fastest ride Pokemon. There's a few that are on the same speed of ride Pokemon. Yeah. I'm gonna grab these before I forget.
It is,
menu.
Correctly, it is Persian, Arcanine, Rapidash, and that's it? Oops. Is there a fourth?
Aerodactyl.
Yeah, but that's a different category altogether. That's a flyer.
Aerodactyl still is the same speed, though.
You're right, I know.
We used to use Aerodactyl in the run.
Still gets used in Diploma.
Yes.
But unfortunately, you can't do flying movement, even if you get Aerodactyl until post-game, so... That'd be sick if we could.
Alright, so here's our Rapidash, all nice and evolved. Please don't use another candy. Do I have any Pokemon I need to get rid of? I don't remember right now. Yeah, Eevee. And Rhyhorn.
Get out of here, Eevee.
Yep, so now we don't have Eevee in the party, but again, Eevee's still on our head, so plenty of time for many pets. Hi, Dodrio.
Oh, hi, Dodrio.
Fancy meeting you here.
And you got about 2 minutes? No, we got like a minute. No, you got like a minute to get in those Starmie donations.
Yeah. Also, we've got time for reading some donations while Eevee has some fun playing with some Pokemon.
This cutscene, quick fact, is actually faster on the Eevee side because Eevee's cry is faster.
Oh, that's cute. I have a $25 donation from Hecky97. I just had to enter for that awesome claim. They tell words. Finale bundle. Really enjoying the Let's Go Bidoof run. Great runner, great commentary, and super wholesome host. Oh, thank you. Wishing you the best of luck. Take care. Less than 3. Thank you so much for your donation. We have $25 from Lightning Emperor. Not only does this money go to an awesome cause, there are so many awesome prizes that you enter in for only 25 bucks. I say let's get a $25 train going. Who's with me, chat? Let's get those donations in. And there was a $25 train called for earlier. And as a result, from Coonsy23, Anonymous, Becca Link, Anonymous, Bookworm42, and Andrew, all with $25 donations. No comment. Thank you all so much for those donations. Such an amazing cause it's going to. You all are wonderful. We have $100 from Reverend Gumby that says, pet that Bidoof. We are only $404 away from petting the Bidoof another time. Chat, let's pet that Bidoof a second time. We have also hit $125,000 raised from the Lala Fund. Thank you so much. This is absolutely amazing. You all are just amazing. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much, everybody, for supporting the cause.
We do need to close that Star Me incentive now because we are about to get our star.
It's going to be surprising.
We can wait just a little bit,
Okay.
actually. I'm going to, because since I can't rename Starmie immediately on the catch, I'm going to rename Starmie when I do the menu.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
That's fair.
once I catch Star You, we'll cut it.
I lied.
Chat, this is your last chance to have Starmie be named not what you think it's going to be named.
Teaser on 2.
Okay, if Kizaron 2 suddenly won, I would love this.
Specifically with the 2.
Specifically with the 2.
Silver Raz is a good item. Can't use the second controller here because we're sea skimming, and you can't use it when you're sea skimming for whatever reason. In ideal runs, you don't have to catch Tentacool because Tentacool is a jerk, but that was fine. That was first try.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, so we only need to catch one more Pokemon in the water, which is Staryu. So we're gonna keep an eye out for a star. Hey, speaking of a star, there you are.
So,
Are you a
Even
good
though-
star?
we have guaranteed that our star...
I'm gonna get a different Staryu.
Yeah, it could have been worse.
I am getting put into a battle. It put me up here.
Oh, no. So, in the top right... Oh, you might be put into 2 battles. There's a value called CP.
And
That is
Tangela. Yep, there he goes.
capture points, I think, is what it stands for. It is essentially a formula that is based on the IVs of the Pokemon that you're catching. Kind of. I'm not going to explain it. It's dumb. You want a higher number because it means it has better stats.
And 1013 is
pretty
kind
low.
of sort of awful.
Yeah, it ranges from like 960 to 12 or 11 something. I don't remember off the top of my head.
It goes from 950 to 1150.
That was close. We're gonna grab that water stone because we have a star, and that's how you evolve a star. You are
Wow.
getting punished for this.
There's actually one higher up, and I didn't go and get it, and apparently I should have.
Do you have any lures left?
I have our one lure, yeah.
Okay, it's not the worst then.
We'll have to do this. Hey, Staryu? Figured something like this was gonna happen.
This one, you have been aggressively punished for that one. Oh my goodness, why does this game hate you so much? It's because we box Eevee.
Could have taken that Staryu again, but... Oh, there's 2, okay. There could be a good one between these 2.
Okay. So even if the CP is high,
there we go.
I guess I will
That's
explain.
better.
Yeah, a little bit better. I guess I will explain it quickly. Essentially, it uses the best of your attack stats, the best of your defense stats, and your speed to determine what your star is, your CP is. So it's possible that you could have a really, really good, like a 31 attack IV and a 0 speed IV, and it would look good, but it's actually terrible, and there's no way to tell until you caught it, which is very fun, but you could beat the game with any star. Because it is going to be a good-natured star.
Technically, the 1013 we could have gotten through, but the lower its CP, the more likely one of the stats that we really want to be up is probably going to be really low, because we want to have good special attack, good defense, good speed, and good special defense in some form. And the lower the CP, the lower your chances of having like good stats in those. So I wanted to make sure that, especially for a marathon run, I guaranteed at least something to be good. 1013 would have been really pushing it. And there goes the lure, just in time. Kind of cool we got here.
Well, not exactly perfect because you still got to catch Coffin, but perfect enough.
All right, so now we're going to cut off the Starmie naming incentive.
What's our Bidoof's name?
Surprise, it's Bidoof.
Wow.
It is Bidoof.
Wow.
Amazing, right?
Who could have foreseen?
Shocking.
That actually hit the coffin?
Wait, what?
Is it going to stay in?
Yes.
Sure.
Easy.
That's a horrible throw and should not have been thrown, but okay. Perfectly fine there.
So that's the last thing, right?
Yeah, that is our last catch. Everything else is going to be evolutions from here.
And 2 gift Pokemon that we will get later.
Yes.
Gift Pokemon are extremely fast because there's not a whole animation. It is like 4 times faster to get gift Pokemon than it is to catch them.
So I will name the Starmie once I do kind of a biggish menu coming up. Because you can't name them when you catch them. You have to name them like in the menu.
But you can name them whenever, which is nice. You don't have to go to a name rater.
Right
we're
here.
going to level it up twice with rare candies so that it learns Hydro Pump from level up, and then we're going to evolve it. And then we're also going to teach it Scald, because Scald is better than Bubble Beam.
Switching right on there. All right, name the Staryu, change name. Bidoof. There we go. We're gonna pump it full of rare candies and check out our stats. They're actually not the greatest, but plenty workable. Might be outsped by the Rapidash, but that's fine.
Oh, you do pump in slot 4?
Mm-hmm. I do older.
Yeah, that makes
manual
sense.
Things.
I'm just so not used to it. Also, I didn't see its stats. Is this one good?
Its special attack is fine. Its speed could be better. I don't think I'm gonna outspeed the Rapidash, but we'll
That's
see
fine.
momentarily.
Hooray, Starmie! A confirmed cute Pokemon. You can't argue with it, because the game says.
That's not Starmie. That's Bidoof.
My bad.
See what speed is here. Yeah, I'm gonna be outsped by the Rapidash. That's fine.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world.
All right. And now we're going to do this fight, which used to be absolutely terrible when we did this with one controller because we have to fight an Electrode.
Whoa.
And Starmie is very weak to this Electrode that knows Thunderbolts. And it was just horrible. But now that we do 2 controllers, we're gonna, again, Psychic and then set up an X special attack as we have before. Doduo is gonna take a sacrifice for us so that we can take out the Electrode.
Now, importantly, this strat doesn't always work because of what we mentioned before with pre-rolls. The pre-roll can crit, and then if the pre-roll crits, then it will sometimes use a move that seems weird because it thinks it's going to kill, even if it only kills with a crit. Even if the pre-roll crits, it's not the actual roll. So the pre-roll has to crit, and then the regular roll has to crit for it to do the damage that you think it's going to do, which is 1 to the 24th squared, which happened to Headstrong during our tournament.
All right, so there's gonna be a decent bit of walking here. So if you've got donations, now would be a really good time for it.
I sure do. I have $100 from Killer Quag that says, "Pet that Bidoofy. We are at chat. We are only $3 away from petting the Eevee a second time."
Oh my goodness.
$3? Can we
can do
get
that.
Can we get that in
Let's
before
get
we
that.
get out of here?
Yeah, we can do that
Right?
easy. I believe in chat.
you know what, chat? We believe in you. I have $225 from corvimae.
Who's that?
It says, Delibird, the delivery Pokemon. Delibird's most unique attack is turning on the power and saving Carrotland Summer Festival. However, some of these runs have been known to get the auto-scroller skip. Sometimes Delibird's presence can actually bring in donations for a great cause. Thanks Headstrong for having me commentate twice, and thanks to the whole Frame Fatales team for putting on this amazing event and always being a wonderful, inviting community. corvimae, thank you so much for your donation.
Thank you, everyone, for having me. If you missed Headstrong's Mail Mole run yesterday, definitely check that out. It was very good. I swore during it, which you're not supposed to do.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. You're banned now, May. I'm sorry.
I'm banned. This is the last time you'll see me on GDQ.
We just
my final message, donate more, goodbye.
Donate more. Speaking of,
Eevee?
you're petting an Eevee. We hit $2,000 to pet the Eevee another time. Let's go.
We will
Pet the
I will feed the Eevee as well. Here we go. Feed the Eevee.
Feed it a silver Raz. We don't need it anymore.
Just the regular Raz.
We don't need it anymore. Oh,
I know, but my muscle memory going to the normal Raz.
You should have grabbed the golden Raz.
Chat, keep an eye out for more Pet the Eevee incentives. They will be coming. Oh, in fact, I hear that there's already another one open. So if you want to have that Eevee pet again, chat, you know what to do. Also, we have a 20 pet
Eevee.
Pet Eevee.
Pet the Eevee.
Get a load of that Eevee. Get a load of that Eevee.
What a good Eevee. I'm sorry, Bidoof.
Bidoof.
Yeah, sorry, Bidoof.
My bad.
My mistake. I'm sorry, chat.
All right, so we're finally going into another gym, and this is the 7th gym with Blaine, and he is freaking adorable in this game, just cheering us on as we're getting these answers right. And every time you get an answer correct, you get a Blaine doll. As seen here, you can get up to 5 Blaine dolls. We don't actually get to keep them, sadly. And Eevee is always so happy and excited when we get them right. You can see Eevee's expression. It's just like, wow, we did it.
I have a theory, and not everyone agrees. I think Blaine would dab like all the time.
Oh, he would?
In real life.
This Blaine, yes.
Yeah, this Blaine would dab, and then like people, like kids would be like he wouldn't even say it's cringe because he's just so into it. So Blaine fight's kind of annoying.
Yeah, so in the Blaine fight, there's probably like honestly a 99% chance we're gonna get Confuse Ray turn 1. It doesn't always happen, but it usually happens. But turn 1 here, we're gonna use X Special to get set up for attacking. We're not gonna get Confuse Ray because apparently the game wants me to lie.
That's how you. It's not that rare. It's uncommon, but
I will say that I've been doing no reset runs every day for the past 2.5 weeks now, and I've gotten Confuse Ray every single time.
I feel like it depends on your stats in some ways that we don't know.
Probably.
It's very weird. I feel like the higher your special attack is, the more likely you are to get Flamethrower, but that is a complete guess, so don't quote me on that.
I would say no for that because my past 4-star means I've actually had stupidly good.
All right, well, they ignored me. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Also, we just got outsped by the Rapidash like they expected. That's the only thing that's my speed's going to cause an issue with. Everything else speed-wise will be fine.
And that's Blaine.
Yep, that's Blaine all done. So now we have done gyms 1, 2, and 7.
The cutscene after this is weird because they don't expect you to do it in this order. And so Trace, our rival, is like,
hey,
I got 7 badges. Sorry, Kizaron, our rival, is like, I got 7 badges. How about you? We're like, yeah, we got 7. What?
Yeah, definitely.
We don't have 3. What are you talking about? So this is going to be our sort of miniature boss rush where we fight 2 more gyms. And
we're going to do a lot of gyms just back to back here.
They are pushovers. There's not much to explain to them. We kind of just one-shot everything. The only thing that's really, I guess, interesting
is we get to pick a cute Pokemon to get into Erica's gym.
We get to pick a few cute Pokemon, and the gyms do have puzzles. If you are familiar with Fire Red Leaf Green speedrunning, or Heart Gold Soul Silver speedrunning, you know that Surge's gym is a horrible, bad place in which there's no happiness and only pain. Because there's the gym puzzle in Lieutenant Surge's gym is cans, where there are 2 switches hidden under cans, and they're random, but they're always next to each other, and you have to find them in order, and if you get one wrong, it resets, and it sucks. It's the worst. In this game, it's always the top middle can, and the can below it. It is static, and it's the best, and it's why this is the only good Kanto game. Quote me on that.
Well, doesn't yellow have a static ones too?
Does it?
I think yellow has static cans as well.
Yellow can stay. This cutscene's really annoying because you take one step forward before he talks to you, and if you just mash A, then you talk to your Rapidash, and it sucks.
I'm going to give him an okay in this case, though, because he has been waiting over an hour for us to come and talk to him.
True.
Because he's like, hey, you should come over here when we're at the Asasan, and then we just ignore him and go do other things, and now we're finally back. So he has a pass there. Yes, as May mentioned, it's just this can and this can always.
Wow, first try! That's such good cam luck.
Yeah, so good. Oh, yellow is random. I'm a liar. No, isn't it that yellow's cans are...
They're manipulable?
They're better...
Yeah.
They're, no, not necessarily that, but they're better than what happens in red and blue, right?
Maybe? I don't know, it's been so long since I played yellow.
I swear there's something different between them, between red, blue, and yellow with the cans. Because I know in red, blue, I don't know if it's the same as in yellow, where you... it could be either one of the cans next to it, or it can be the bottom left can. Or something like that.
The top left has a chance of being switched to, regardless of where switch 1 is. Magnemite! I love Magnemite. Goodbye, Magnemite.
Is it top left? Yeah, top left is the one, yes. It's been a while since I've touched Gen 1. Yeah, so since now we have this Starmie, we just kind of roll right through Surge with our water Pokemon in the electric gym.
Yeah, obviously. We're just very over-leveled for this gym.
It just makes it nice and simple. That's why we do it later. Again, you can do it with Eevee, it's slow.
Yeah.
So, don't need to worry about it.
So now we're going to fight Erica.
Now we're going to do a quick menu, and then we're going to head to Erica. Erica's gym is funny because I feel like they positioned all of the trainers to be able to for you to fight them, basically. And they didn't do a very good job of that.
Erica's gym legitimately feels broken.
Yeah, I feel like something is completely wrong with that gym.
It's so messed up.
I did not
go
into that.
Erica's gym has a bunch of trainers that we should have to fight, and we don't have to fight any of them. So that's cool.
Erica. On our flying thing that Eevee drives.
Kind of
like
sky
up.
dashes.
It's like an up, you know, how you can just use balloons to fly with.
Well, I mean, I think it makes a lot of sense if you think about Pikachu, too, though, right? Because, like, there's the balloon
Pikachu has balloons. But there's not a balloon Eevee.
A lot of them feel based off of Pikachu. I read somewhere that originally they were going to do Pikachu and Psyduck because they're both yellow.
Also, coughing is cute.
Coughing is cute?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're both yellow, and they're supposed to be a yellow remake. And then they were like, we looked online, and people really like Eevee.
All right, so again, in this gym, there's, for one, a bunch of these you have to break down with the cut, which is slow. But you'll notice that there's trainers placed at the ends of all of these, like right there and right down there. And we're not encountering them because
Laser line
I guess I don't know if they intended this gym to be like this.
If you walk higher, they do see you, so I think it's just the vision being weird in this game.
Yeah.
But, like, you don't even have to be that careful.
Yeah, some of them you can look like that one right there is, like, right in front of her, and she just doesn't see you at all.
It's so weird. Like, a lot of the trainer skips we do with this game, it's like, I could see how they missed that.
But this whole gym is like that.
Yeah, this whole gym is bonkers. Makes no sense to me. It's so weird. We have a psychic type
Also,
move, so Erica's a pushover.
Erica also falls asleep while talking to us
Yes, she does.
because she thinks that it's going to be super easy and that we're going to be a pushover. But little does she know, we have already gotten the 7th gym badge and she's a pushover.
And this will conclude our miniature boss rush as we go fight crime after this.
Crime? Why would we ever fight crime?
Because we have to in order to beat the game.
It's just because our rival won't do it.
Yeah. I've been told to be may do crime, but we have to fight crime here, and I apologize for letting everyone down.
We could have just tried to join Team Rocket when we were asked earlier, but we didn't actually get asked, sadly. I want to see a game, like an official game, where you can join Team Rocket from that guy. Like, he asks you, hey, do you want to join Team Rocket? And you can say yes and get a completely different game. That would be so awesome.
That would be really cool.
Like, have 2 completely alternate ways of playing the game, depending on if you say yes or no there. Alright, so done with the gym, and the fastest way of getting over to Saffron is to fly back to Celadon from Celadon.
It's so goofy. We actually use a lot in Sword and Shield, flying to the town we're already in. But this is the only time we do it here.
It's quick movement. Now we're going to come over here, give them a drink. What a great drink. Now we can go into Saffron.
Hooray!
And head over here and once again find Team Rocket. And they're not allowed in. For some reason. Giovanni is tired of their crap. They keep losing.
Yeah, we've beaten them 3 times. I don't blame them.
So they weren't allowed in, but they forced their way in anyway. That poor Rocket's just like, what just happened? Now the receptionist here asks us to help. Or no, sorry, the receptionist says that this is no place for kids and we shouldn't be here. But then our rival in Blue show up and Blue asks us to help.
Well, Blue tells the receptionist, like, hey, don't be lame, let us help. And it's like,
yeah.
I don't think that, okay.
And in order for us to help, we have to prove to Blue that we can do it. So we have to fight Blue. The only time we ever fight Blue, at least in the main game, is right here. He has 2 Pokemon, an Executor and a Charizard.
This fight's always been really weird to me, because he's like, I need to prove that you're ready to take on Team Rocket, so let's fight each other and weaken our Pokemon.
Yeah. Man, this will be our one time we pretty much ever attack with the other Pokemon that is not Starmie. We're gonna Drill Peck the Executor.
Starmie just has no moves that can really deal with an Executor.
Yeah, so we just deal with it that way.
You can also do this with Rapidash, but you have to hit a Fire Blast, which is a not 100%
85,
accuracy
I
move.
think.
85 sounds right, or
80
0
or 85.
if you're a Colo player.
No, I just use Rapidash here usually, but for a marathon, we gotta be safe. It's important. So there's coughing.
So this next fight coming up is the worst fight in the game. It's so
What are you
awful.
talking about? It's everyone's favorite fight.
It's so awful. So we have to fight Rocket Admin Archer for the 2nd time, and it is a true double, which means us and our rival are going to go against Archer and a random grunt, and it sucks. It's so bad because this fight can take anywhere from 3 to like 7 turns, and every turn takes like 45 seconds. Because for whatever reason, the powerful computer of the Nintendo Switch is crunching all these numbers for it to go and use the same 3 moves. And it takes so long, and you'll all see. It's really bad. And it sucks that it's so long into the run.
Yeah, every move takes forever, and we have to just hope for the best on so many things. So this very first turn, the very first turn here, we're going to be against a Muck and an Electrode with our Starmie and our rival's Cubone. We're going to Psychic the Muck. Hopefully the Muck does not protect our Psychic, and we're hoping that the Electrode uses Self-Destruct. It can use Self-Destruct, or it can use Thunderbolts. If it uses Thunderbolt, we get stuck potentially in a loop of just healing over and over until it uses Self-Destruct.
Just watch how bad this is.
So we got Thunderbolt, but luckily no Protect. So that's okay. This can still be a decent fight potentially. So now we're going to hope that the Cubone uses Boomerang on the Raticate.
And hits.
And
Boomerang can miss.
So this turn, we're going to heal because we got Thunderbolted, hoping that it now booms this turn. It did. Good. So that'll damage the Raticate down to half, and now we hope for Boomerang. Perfect. So now we don't have to deal with that Raticate, which is actually really nice.
Yeah, it's actually going surprisingly well for a first turn Thunderbolt.
So now we can get potentially one more Protect right here on the Golbat. Hopefully that doesn't happen. It does no Protect though.
It's pretty
not
rare for it to
happen.
protect.
So we're gonna get a 4-turn, which is fantastic. Actually,
yeah. 4-turn is good.
This
3-turn is
very
like
good.
3-turn is extremely rare. 4-turn is good. 5-turn's probably roughly the average. 8-turn's the worst. But
This fight can get pretty. I've actually had worse than 8 turns. I've had to heal 6 times on the Thunderbolt.
God. Yeah, it just sucks because there's if this was a double fight where we send out both Pokemon, it'd be super easy. But there'd be a lot that we could do because we have so many Pokemon at this time. There's a lot of different strats we could do. But because we're stuck with this high level Cubone that he didn't even evolve into a Marowak.
And for some reason likes to use Focus Energy a lot instead of using Boomerang.
Yeah.
Or Headbutt. It likes to headbutt a lot too. Yeah, that fight went much better than I could have ever hoped for there.
Step up your game, Keys. You can do better. But that was actually, you hit all your Boomerangs, so that was actually pretty good.
Alright, so right here, he gets all angry. Gets the card key that they dropped. So thank you, Keys, for the card key. Now we're gonna make our way through here using some teleporters.
These teleporters are dumb.
Towards Giovanni.
There's a powerful way to walk into them.
Yeah, if you step on the teleporters, funny, the character has to turn to readjust to step on it. I'm sure it'll happen at some point, but you want to try and walk on them in a specific way so that doesn't happen. Also, right here, because our rival again doesn't want to do very much. Our rival's gonna stay here and fight Archer while we take on Giovanni instead. Because we have to do all of the harder things.
This is actually a rival fight in the other games.
It turns weird.
Yeah, you can see it it's a bit slower there. It's not the end of the world, but it's just a little bit slower. Yeah, in the other Kanto games, that is rival 5. But we don't have to fight him in this game, which is nice.
Nope.
So we have to fight Archer, which is worse.
And Team Rocket right here.
Yeah, and Team Rocket. But this fight's really easy.
Team Rocket broke their way in here, and now they're protecting Giovanni, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why he lets them stay around at this point. He tried to bar them out, and they came in anyway, and now they're here protecting him. But it's a super easy fight. We don't even have to do any setup. We're gonna Psychic the Arbok and one-shot it. And also apparently stare at our character because the game was loading. Thunderbolt on the Dodrio, that's really good. Since I don't have to heal myself. And then we're gonna Psychic again, use whatever, doesn't matter. And then Dead Weezing.
And now we get to fight Giovanni, the greatest trainer.
Oh yeah, so great here.
Yeah. this is the pushover Giovanni fight where we don't have to do anything particularly special. Like we have fun strats for the first one. The third one can be a run killer. This one's like whatever.
Yeah, honestly, if you want to read some donations during this fight and during some of the movement after, there's going to be a lot of downtime movement. So you've got time for quite a few donations if you want to go ahead and do that.
Absolutely. We still have a lot. And also, if you would notice, we have a milestone marker up on the stream for $135,000. What that is, it is the combined total for Fleet and Frost. It would be super cool if we could beat that. All we need to do is get only about another $10,000, which I think is absolutely possible.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
We can absolutely do that. And also, we are $1,905 away from petting Bidoof some more. So we should definitely pet Bidoof some more. So chat if you would like to pet the Bidoof, Eevee, Bidoofy. Go ahead and get those donations in for that. We have $33.50 from Anonymous. Pokédex donation for Best Boy Zangoose, less than 3. Thank you so much. 25 from Raybello. B. May, do crimes.
Thanks,
Thank you so
Rob.
much for your donation. I have $25 from Caitlin that says, oops, all Bidoofs. Thank you so much. It has been incredibly oops, all Bidoofs.
So many Bidoofs.
So many
Lot of
Bidoofs. A lot of Bidoofs. I have Agox, $250. No comment, but thank you so much for your donation. I have a $25 anonymous donation that says, thanks for raising money for such a good cause. Thank you so much for helping, and thank you so much for the donation. You all are absolutely amazing. This has been so great. I have No, go ahead.
At $130,000, I will do the Bidoof cry.
$130,000. May will do the Bidoof cry. You know what? $130,000. I will also do the Bidoof cry. That's 2 Bidoof cries.
2 Bidoof cries.
For the price of 1 Bidoof cry.
That's
Really?
value. That's a deal. You're not going to get that deal in any other charity marathon.
You'll never get that opportunity again. Ever.
I'd like to hear this opportunity because I honestly don't remember the Bidoof
I
cry.
had to look it up. But then when I looked it up, I was like, oh, I knew that actually. Yeah, that's the Bidoof cry.
Chat, you hear that? Amazing opportunity. I have $25 from Bidoof that says, pet the Eevee, and a $25.01 donation from Anonymous that says, pet that Eevee. It seems like everyone wants to pet the Eevee, still $1,905 away from petting it some more. And you know what? After that, who knows? Maybe we can even pet it again. You know, if we were to get that $10,000, that's a lot of extra Eevee petting, chat. And a milestone, beating so much Eevee petting, beating the 2 previous, just wow. Come on, chat. I think we can hit 135. I honestly do. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's pet more Eevees. I have $38.50 from Green Lightning. They say Jirachi is the best though, but only 10 of them are better. Honestly, Jirachi is amazing, and 10 of them is even more amazing, so I kind of have to agree with that.
A lot of Jirachis.
It's a lot of Jirachis. I have $10 from Skelly.
For Jirachis.
Jirachis.
A constellation.
Oh, I like that. A constellation of Jirachi. That's really cute.
Thanks,
There it
Green.
is.
I have $10 from Skelly that says pet Bidoof. So we should probably do that. We should pet Bidoof. $15 from Kakut that says my favorite Pokemon is Doduo. Thank you for including them on your journey. Thank you so much for your donation. They are adorable.
I love Doduo.
Doduo is really cute. I have a $100 anonymous donation. No comment, but thank you so much. A $100 donation from Mad Clown's Disease. No comment, but again, thank you so much. It means so much for all of these donations. Just Malelephant is amazing, and you all are doing such a great job. I have $100 from Zelda, the Pokemon loving kitten, that says, meow. Thank you so much for your donation. It's very cute. I have $25 from Naralan. Let's go. I agree. And also $25 from Jamie and Jason that says, let's go. This has been the best Flame Fatales ever. Thank you both so much for your donations. This is absolutely amazing. You all are fantastic. Also, we are now only 1,855 away from petting Bidoof some more. Chat, let's pet that Bidoof some more. And let's get to 130,000 so that we can hear 2 Bidoof cries and then 130 to Bidoof.
Two?
Bidoof. Sorry, continue.
No, that's really good. Solid comment. Oh, Bidoof chat. I mean, like, what You gotta do it.
You gotta get the Pidoof.
You gotta get the Pidoof. We have $50 from Phenomenally. No comment, but thank you so much for your donation. $10 from Mr. Mosty Toasty. Again, no comment, but thank you so much. 25 from Slandscape. Always love watching GDQ. Happy to make my first donation to Flame Fatales. Well, thank you so much for your first donation. It is going towards an amazing, amazing charity. It's just so much appreciated. Thank you so much.
So a couple things we just did.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain it?
Oh, you got that.
Okay, so we got 2 gift Pokemon, putting our total at 49. Again, gift Pokemon are really quick because you don't have to watch, like, the animation just way shorter. It's like 7 seconds, or it's really short. We also did a bunch of shopping. We got all the X items that we're going to need for the rest of the game. We got some full heals, and then we bought every possible hyper potion that we could possibly have. So we're totally stocked up for the rest of the game. Oh, we also bought max repels, which we're going to use to get the victory road, just because repels actually do something in this game.
Easier.
Unlike in Sword and Shield, they're actually useful. It just makes, you don't have to worry about things popping up under you. You might as well.
All right, so the Sabrina fight here can be good and bad. It really depends on how Sabrina wants to be.
It's usually okay.
That is not what we wanted to see.
Oh, I don't even know the last
great.
time I've gotten turn 1 reflect.
Yeah, okay, it's turn 2.
So yeah, light screen lasts 5 turns, and we need to stall it out, which sucks.
So I'm just gonna potion here. Thaw it out a little bit. Then we're gonna scald. And then we're gonna scald again. This is all just to stall out the light screen so that the light screen doesn't cause issues with Alakazam.
Because light screen has the damage that we're gonna deal.
Yeah, so now light screen's gone. It's been forever since I've had to deal with that. All good. The rest of this is super easy now that light screen's gone and we're past the setup. Just
That
gonna
only lost
quickly
one turn,
one-shot
wasn't it?
everything.
The end of the world over how that fight usually goes, so.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm gonna have to do the Vulpix menu. I hate doing the Vulpix menu.
It's terrible.
I always try to avoid evolving the Vulpix like as much as possible.
This is why Pikachu Growlithe route's so good, because you just do it early and then you get a fast ride Pokemon. It's the best.
Yeah, but Eevee's a cuter Pokemon, so I have to go with Eevee anyway.
So that's Sabrina. If you're curious, the gym challenge to get into Sabrina's gym is you have to have a level 45 Pokemon, which we do every time in this run, because we rare candy to that point before we even have a Starmie, so. Or, my bad, a barrel.
Alright, so now we're gonna exit from here, and we're gonna do a relatively big menu, at least in terms of Let's Go menus.
Yeah.
Bunch of things to happen in here. Where's Vulpix? Vulpix. Here. Where's my elixir? Heal. It's up here, just so it's easier to get to. We'll evolve the Vulpix. So now we are at 50 of 50, hopefully. Hopefully I clicked everything properly. Basically, I've got like a full-on tracker with just all the Pokemon on it. And I'm just clicking on whatever ones I get. And that's how it's updating for you guys. Hopefully I did that properly and we don't have any issues. Right. We're gonna candy. I actually got an extra rare candy. Normally we only go to 49, but I'm gonna go to 50 for safety for everything.
No.
That's okay.
No.
I'd rather be safe.
Ridiculous. That's crazy.
Crazy to be safe, I know.
We're gonna box everything else here because we don't need them anymore. And
Nope, we just need our right Pokemon.
we don't want them to gain levels because gaining levels is stupid slow in this game.
We also swapped where the X specials are, so now they're only one input away.
Now we're
And
gonna
now we're
fight.
gonna come over here. we're going to find out if we actually have 50 Pokemon. So, you need 50 Pokemon in order to access this gym. If we do not have 50 Pokemon, we will be denied and we will get kicked out.
There's a category called Kicked by Koga, which is to get kicked by Koga the fastest that you can. It's honestly pretty boring, but...
And so this gym is probably the most annoying gym simply because pretty much every Pokemon in this gym knows Toxic and Protect. And oh boy, do they love to use Protect.
This gym sucks.
This gym is just all about stalling. Like you really can't lose any. Like you can't lose a run in here, but you can lose so much time to the point
Exactly.
that it loses a run. Like you can't. Your Starmie can't die. Generally, like it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it can.
It can. I got moved last.
Did you get the drop?
No,
Okay,
but it
you're
protected turn 2.
Oh my god. Easy. And that could have been worse, I guess, but it's still pretty bad.
Let's look at the Beedrill. I think I'm gonna scald the Beedrill. Just keep track of my Psychics. We use Psychic a lot, and from the Beedrill. Oh, good thing I'm using Scald. Yeah, we use a lot of Psychics throughout the rest of the run, so we need to make sure we keep an eye on just how many we have. Also, there's some more silly things with trainers here. Also, and in a lot of other games based on Gen 1, you can't see the walls, but in this, they like spawn in and out of existence. So it's much easier to just go through. And you can dodge all the trainers.
Ace Trainer Caden that we just fought is sort of Koga Mini. A lot of people actually say Caden's the worst fight, but all of Koga's Pokemon know Protect, and they will
Toxic.
use it. And Toxic.
And on a very, very rare occasion, the first Pokemon, Weezing, could use Explosion.
I don't know if I've ever gotten that.
I've had it a few times, but it's very rare, which means it might happen here because it's a marathon.
Hooray!
So again, first turn here, we're gonna set up, use X special attack, hopefully Protect here. Perfect. Now I'm gonna use Scald. The first one went well, but again, everything here knows Protect, so we're just hoping for the least amount of Protects as possible.
I've gotten Protectless once ever.
All right, another one with no Protect.
Okay.
Good. Next up is the Golbat that also knows Protect. There it is. Again, this gym is just meant to just make you go slow.
Yeah, it's
All
bad.
this gym is for.
After this gym, we're going to get the gold teeth. In the original Kanto games, you have to go and find them in the Safari Zone. There is no Safari Zone in this game. It's been replaced with the Go Park, which lets you transfer Pokemon in from Pokemon Go. So we just get them from Jesse James. And then we're going to learn...
Jesse and James find the golden teeth just out on the beach. And they're like, we don't need these. And so they just shove them onto us.
Yep. And then we're going to go learn Secret Technique Strong Push.
It should
From
be
the
pushy
Warden.
push.
It should be Pushy Push. For the longest time, I thought it was Pushy Push.
I did too.
And then we're going to fight Giovanni, but there's just some cutscenes, so it might be a good time for a couple more donations.
Sure thing. Also, I'm very upset that it's not Pushy Push.
As you should be, yes.
Right? It's just...
It should be pushy push.
It should absolutely be Pushy Push. I have $39 from Ren. They say, donating on behalf of my fave, Jigglypuff. Thanks for warming my heart with such a fun, silly, and inclusive event. Thank you so much for your donation. I have $3.99 from Chudley that says, it's a me, Bidoof. Thank you so much for your donation. Speaking of Bidoof, we have a $1,603 to go to Pet That Bidoof again. And we've also raised $126,000, which means 4,000 more for two Bidoof. Chat, please. I have $100 from Lainey and Bethany. They say, we've been watching the replays all week after school, and now we're staying up for Let's Go Bidoof. Thank you to all the runners, hosts, and crew for such a great event for a wonderful cause. Bidoof needs more pets. I Agree. Thank you so much for your donation. I have $25 from Dat Cupcake. They say, here's to an amazing cause and these amazing runs. Thank you so much for your donation. And I have $250 from Anonymous. They don't leave a comment, but thank you so, so much for your donation. Let's go ahead and get more in, see if we can pet that Bidoof again, see if we can get Bidoof. Bidoof cries. See if we can get $136,000 to beat out 2 previous events combined total. Can you imagine, chat, if we get enough to beat out a new PB? It would be absolutely a new PB. Let's go.
You've still got some time. There's so many cutscenes here.
Amazing. We've got so many
this
donations.
Is Oak just gets dragged in this cutscene. It's kind of mean.
Oh, Oak.
Okay, moving on.
We have $100 from Osiah that says less than 3. 25 from MK. Bidoof used tackle. Keys are on flinched. Thank you both so much for your donations. $131 from Kat. 131 for my favorite boat, Lapras. Also, the only Pokemon impression I can do is Milotic. It sounds like, and I didn't look this up, chat, so I'm sorry. You're just going to get a reading of it written out. Ooh, ah. Thank you so much for your donation. Perfect. I am now a Pokemon. I have $25 from Lily P that says no comment, or is there? Thank you so much for your donation. Who knows? Was there a comment? Was there not a comment? I have $100 from Anonymous, another $100 from Anonymous, and $50 from Anonymous, all 3 without comments, but thank you so, so much, Anonymous. It's just amazing. All this money is going towards Malala Fund, and it is such a good charity. Thank you so much. I have $25 from Zen Zero. Had to donate for my first Pokemon game. Yeah, I know I was a bit late to the party. You know what? Don't even worry about it. It's an amazing game to get started with. It doesn't matter if you're late to the party because it's your party, so you were precisely on time. Thank you so much for your donation, and I'm glad you enjoyed this game. I have $25 from Pyro Cheesecake. Love supporting education for women, Frame Fatales, and wait, there's more? Wait, there's more? 25 from Gwen that says, okay, the finale prize pack managed to get another 25 for me for the girls' education. Thank you so much for your donations.
All right. So this is Giovanni's gym. There is one trainer in particular after this one that is very infamous because you're not going to see it here because we're going to play it safe. But when you're trying to go for a good time, you want to use Hydro Pump on this trainer's Nidoking. And Hydro Pump is not 100%, and the Nidoking can one-shot you if you do not hit the Hydro Pump. So you use Hydro Pump and then hope for the best.
You usually have 2 shots.
Usually,
but yeah.
It's incredibly risky, but it does save quite a bit of time not having to do 2-player strats here. But obviously, Marathon, safe, kind of a good thing to do. So we're going to pull out the second trainer and use the next special attack and just use Scald and not have to worry about it.
What a lot of runners will do is they'll go for the Hydro Pump one-shot, and if they miss, then they'll consider pulling out the trainer. What top runners do is they'll go for the Hydro Pump, and if they miss and die, they reset.
Yep.
Happy 2 hours, 40 minutes. The end of this game is
the first.
The end of this game is rough.
Yeah, there's a lot of Hydro Pumps.
Yeah, the end of this game has a lot of scary sections in it.
So this is probably this is just an absolute pushover. Right?
This is not one of them.
This is just a Scald and you're done. So good fight in you there. I'm actually gonna heal just to be safe here. I didn't realize I was a little bit low on health. So before we fight Giovanni, I'm gonna make sure we're full health, because the Giovanni fight can be a little silly sometimes. Here, I only need a normal potion, so we'll just use that.
Yeah, this fight, there's a couple fights where if you just get crit at an opportune time, you are dead. This is one of them.
And this is the first of many.
Yeah.
So Giovanni's very first Pokemon is a Doug Trio that knows Earthquake. And oh boy, does it like to use Earthquake.
Yes, it does.
So we are going to be doing a little bit more setup than we have been in the previous, comparatively to the previous fights that we've done so far. We're going to be using X defense first so that we can actually tank the earthquakes a little bit better. And then we'll use our X special so that we can one-shot everything.
So an important thing,
it's enjoying earthquake.
The X defend raises gives us 2 defense combat stages, which increases essentially our defense. It like doubles our defense, generally speaking. However, when you crit, it ignores the opponent's positive combat stages. So if we get crit, we just take the full damage that we would normally take, and that's why it's so deadly. It doesn't matter how much.
Mean.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how much we set up. A crit will just go through that.
Which is why we never ever want to really set up beyond just 1 X defense or 1 X special defense, because there's only so much it can help with. I did not see my defense there, but I think my health is fine. What am I at, 27? Yeah, I'll be fine.
You want to, then you sometimes heal after this fight if you're too low, because you can get quick attacked by Pidgeotto otherwise in the Rival 5 fight. But in this case,
Pidgeot, not Pidgeotto.
Pidgeot, yes, I'm sorry.
Unless we're playing the Japanese version of the game, in which case it is switched. Because in the Japanese version, you've got, I don't remember all the names, but it's the longer the name in the Japanese version is how it goes for Pidgey. So it's like, it would be Pidgey, Pidgeotto, but they flip-flop that in English.
Wait, I didn't actually know that.
Yes, random fun fact from the Japanese version.
So now Blue is going to be the new gym leader, and there's actually a category of this game that is this game's equivalent of the Elite Four Round 2, which is called the Pokémon League Rematch, which is once you beat in the game, you can go and beat all the gym leaders again, and then beat the Elite Four again, and it's called the Rematch. It's a way you can grind money in the post-game. And Blue replaces Giovanni as the post-game gym leader in Viridian. No. Vermilion. No,
Viridian, you're right. You got it. You're good.
I was right.
Alright, so hopefully I'm fine. Again, I didn't see my defense, but I highly doubt I have 93 defense.
No one controller rival.
Why would I one controller rival?
It's so bad.
I don't want to die.
It's so bad. It's really fast though.
It is very fast if you've got the stuff for it. I do not.
You need the stuff for it, and it's still super unreliable. Oh my god, Pidgeon is such a good name. That's my favorite evolution.
Your favorite evolution?
Pidgeon. We want to make sure that we have used an X speed by the time... Wait, nope. This is Eevee. Ignore me.
We still want to have the X speed before Raichu.
Raichu, okay. I was I was about to say before Jolteon, and I was like, wait.
Yeah, we always X speed on turn 2 because the rest of the Pokemon here come out in a random order. And you want to make sure that you outspeed the Raichu. Otherwise, the Raichu will one-shot you with Thunder, probably.
Yep.
And its Thunder, always hits. Every time I've had to deal with Thunder, it's always hit me. So.
70% chance. So it's 0% if you're using it and 100% if they are.
Of course.
That's just math. So now we have the extremely long and arduous badge check segment, which is what we're going to call the Read More Donations segment of the run.
Ooh, the Read More Donations segment of the run. That sounds like a good part of the run, huh?
Sounds like a perfect part.
It's a perfect part because you know what we need is we need donations to pet the Bidoof again. Chat. We are $1,238 away from petting that Bidoof again. $3,500 away from Bidoof. Cries. And only $9,000 away from hitting our PB. We have a $133 donation from Sam, Pokemon number 133, Eevee. Eevee is my favorite Pokemon because they have the most potential and can grow up to be whatever they want. Let's go, Eevee.
On this game.
Go, Eevee. Let's go, Bidoof. Eevee can be nothing. Eevee can be an Eevee, but Eevee is a perfect Eevee.
And that's it in this game.
Hey, but we can get another Eevee. It's okay.
We could catch a second Eevee, that is true.
But really, in the end of the day, we're all Bidoof on this blessed day.
All the Bidoof.
Oh gosh, we accidentally started the Bidoof cult. I have $25 from Gray and Argentus. After seeing that prize segment, how could we not donate again? Thank you to everyone at GDQ for another awesome week of speedrunning fun. Thank you so much for your donation. We have $27 from Daver Boy. Let's get the Pokedex train rolling again for the final run of the marathon. Here's $27 for my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon, Sandshrew. Actually, I think that is the second Sandshrew love we have gotten tonight.
Great.
Sandshrew's great. Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much for your donation. We have $100 from the opposite. Great job this week. This has been another amazing event by all the runners and the wonderful staff that makes these events possible. Thank you and all. Thanks for giving us one last Pokemon game to end the week. We can't wait to watch with the kids who have over the last couple of years become so enthralled with how incredible all of the players always are. We have to beat Bidoof. We have to beat Bidoof. Kaden and Bennett, be sure to put yourselves to bed after the finale. Thank you so much. I think we have to pet Bidoof.
Yes, pet the Bidoof. Don't beat the Bidoof.
So this fight, Ace Trainer Naomi, horrible. You can do it one controller. It saves about 20 seconds if you do. And you should never do it unless you're on world record pace because it's the worst.
Yeah, as you saw there, I attempted to use Hydro Pump on the first turn and it missed. So if I was doing one controller, the run width and bend were right there.
Exactly. It's bad. It's real bad. There are a couple more fights that we're going to do in here. They're mostly straightforward except for one skip that will come up.
Wait out that fun cycle.
And until then, sorry.
I was going to say, one thing to note is you have to manually push every single one of these blocks, and Eevee has to kick them all with her tail, and it's very slow. It's cute, but after a while, especially on the last block, it's very long.
You can get a couple more donations.
Sure, and you know, Bidoof is Pokemon number 399, so I think if we could get a $3.99 train in for Bidoof, that would be super cool. Bidoof train. I have $74.80 from Ninja Falcon, $7.48 for my favorite Pokemon, Togepex. It has gotten me through many tough battles with its tankiness and poison. Thank you so much for your donation. I have $25 from Xandra that says, thank you for everything that you do. Please keep making wonderful things together. Less than 3. Thank you so much for your donation. Thank you for everything you've done. I have $25 from Emmeling. I thought that I was done with donations and the Scent Frozen Flygon went off. All those charges will help fill the post-Flame Fatale's void. 200k hype, 200k hype. Let's go, chat. We can raise some more donations for charity. This is absolutely amazing. We only need $1,187 to pet that Bidoof again. Chat, 3 times petting the Bidoof would be amazing. We can do it. We're winding up. We've got more time, though. Let's pet that Bidoof. We have $25 from Miria that says, meow. Thank you so much for your donation. $100 from Ken, no comment. Ken, thank you so much for your donation. We have $100 from Boxy Ninja, again, no comment, but thank you so, so much. All of these donations are so incredibly important, and it's just amazing. Thank you all so much for all of your generosity.
Can I interrupt real quick?
Go for it.
How long has it said that the game that we're running is Pokemon Let's Go Bidoof?
Oh, like since the beginning.
Oh my god, how did I miss that the whole time?
Yeah, I said right at the start, I said, welcome to Let's Go Bidoof.
I missed it. I didn't realize they changed it on the overlay.
Yeah,
because it also says that in the tracker, too.
It sure does.
So this next skip is called Alexa skip. It's one of the harder skips in the game. Alexa has
I don't think so.
I hate Alexa skip. Essentially, we are going to dismount Rapidash in the corner, run up around here. Her vision's a straight line. There's a small bit under which we can walk through. We just did it easy.
It's super easy. Just don't fail. That's all.
True.
That fight is terrible. If you end up having to do that fight.
The problem with that fight's actually in the notes if you do hit Alexa, because it's like not that hard to do. But the problem is it means you are short on psychics and have to use the center in the Indigo League.
How many times am I going to get put to sleep?
Oh my god.
That is the 5th time I've been put to sleep this year.
Good thing we have 55 full heals.
And I was supposed to pump. Whoops, I didn't mean to. I killed it with Skull because I crit. Okay, whatever.
Easy, calculated.
That was totally calculated.
It's easier to hit.
I didn't want to pump anyway because it's got a lower chance. Just hit the Skull with the crit.
It is easier to hit the 1 in 24 crit than the 80% Hydro Pump. You can quote me on that.
Of course.
So yeah, we do have to fight one of these two
accident.
trainers. The bottom one sucks. The top one's not the worst, I guess.
Still slow, but
It
yeah,
still
there's not much
sucks,
you can do.
The bottom one sucks.
I haven't bought the bottom one since when I played the game casually.
I saw somebody do it when they were new. I think I saw Flygon do it, actually. I think Court did it.
Oh.
And I was like, oh no. I forgot how bad this fight is. This
All right,
is
so this is the infamous block.
This is the No
Followed
Nation
by-
section part 2.
Well, followed by the infamous new trainer skip. We will
Yes.
attempt to do that. Probably will not happen. But you see that slowpoke dude up there? You can technically skip him. It's very new. We're still trying to work it out. It's not consistent whatsoever.
There's also the last trainer in the game that isn't part of the Elite Four, which is cool.
Yep.
This trick was discovered by Cruel, who runs every Pokemon game that's ever been made ever.
And it saves a minute if you get it.
He just forgot you had to fight that trainer and ran past him and happened to get it. And didn't even realize that it happened until I think Caternies was in his chat and was like, wait, what did you just do?
So right here, we're gonna get rid of Rapidash. We're gonna run into this and run across, and nope, didn't happen. So basically, with that skip, the goal is to mount Rapidash like as late as possible. So that's why we get rid of Rapidash. And then you want to mount Rapidash super late so that when you mount Rapidash, it happens over his vision. And it just happens to be far enough past his vision that it skips the fight.
It's really weird. Again, we don't really understand. Our theory is that if you are mounting, there's a split second where you are not seeable, but it's extremely precise. People have tried very long before going, and I'm going to do something else in my life right now.
All right, so again, this is, as mentioned, this is the final fight before the Elite Four. We're going to be getting near the end here pretty quick.
So get those donation ins.
We got about 12-15 minutes before the end of the run.
If we can get Bidoof, we can beat the combined PB, we can pet the Bidoof. All of these things can happen, and well, I don't know about more, but all these things can happen. But we gotta do it quick. We're running short on time. That's the only full restore we get, so we're gonna use it later.
We have a special thing about to happen here, though.
It's
very
Onyx time! I forgot about that.
Very important. And heal them in this menu here. So, for those who have been waiting all this time since I caught this Onyx, we are going to ride the Onyx. Look at this big rock snake go. You got this, Onyx.
Some of the ride animations are very good. Like you saw Snorlax at the beginning. My favorite's Kangaskhan because Eevee or Pikachu ride in Kangaskhan's pouch, which is very, very cute. If with Starmie, you just kind of hug it.
All right, and now this cute little section is over here. Happy Eevee, ready to go. We're gonna ride the Onyx again. Hey, Onyx, you went away. Come back. There you go.
Onyx is too big. There we go.
Onyx is a little big.
You didn't really get in the door there, but ignore that.
We went through the ceiling. Sorry.
And now for the Elite Four.
I'm gonna remove Onyx real quick so Onyx doesn't get a lot of levels.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now it's time for the Elite Four.
The fights that are bad in this Elite Four are not quite the same as like Fire Red Leaf Green, I think. I don't really remember. I know Lorelei's bad in Fire Red Leaf Green. I don't remember which other one's really bad. Lorelei's not bad in this game, but the last three can be.
Yeah, the last three in this game are very sketchy the entire time.
Bad.
Part of why we got the extra rare candy for this run, just to be ultra safe.
Are you doing... Oh, no, you don't. Wait, are you doing 2-controller champ?
Yeah, I'm gonna use Rapidash.
Yeah.
It's gonna be as safe as possible. I'm also probably gonna save before Lance.
Super fair.
I don't think I have 143 special attack. I missed it, but I know at some point I saw 141, so I should be fine to spell the Jinx.
Your special attack's a bit high, so...
Yeah, it's
You're going
been
to
pretty
crit again,
decent.
worst case, too.
Yeah, of course. All good though.
Easy.
So the Jinx requires a relatively high special attack in order to use Scald 4. Otherwise, you have to Hydro Pump.
But as we know about Hydro Pump, it's bad.
Yeah, it can be
Hydro
fun when
Pump.
it works every single time, but
Except Pump
when it
Agatha.
decides, yeah, just pump Agatha, it'll be fine.
Pump Agatha, the best strategy. It's so fast.
So fast, so definitely consistent.
It saves like 8 seconds.
All right, so next up is Bruno, and this is the only fight that we really don't have to worry about healing for if we heal before Lorelei, because Bruno has the shortest setup of the entire Elite Four, and
The only real concern with Bruno is that you can sometimes get turnarounds on Bruno if your friendship's high enough, which I think we'll get here.
which
based on
mine
the-
is
Yeah.
because of the extra.
And that loses roughly 10 to 12 seconds, I think, off the top of my head. I don't remember the exact number.
Yeah, which is perfectly fine for a marathon run.
Yeah.
But right here, he can either attack me or use Stealth Rock. He decided to attack me, but because I have a second Pokemon with me, sometimes he'll use Stealth Rock and not hurt me at all.
Yeah, they cheat.
Doesn't
They know
really
that you
matter. I'm gonna
have...
heal anyway.
I guess that's not cheating. We can see how many Pokemon they have, too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not actually cheating. I guess in the grand scheme of things, like, we can't even complain if they cheat a little bit. We 2v1 so many
there's
fights.
the turnarounds. So from here on out, every time I use a move that is super effective, Starmie will look back at me and be like, hey, I did that.
And that is why technically the fastest strat for Agatha, if you have the stats for it, is to just Hydro Pump everything, because you don't get turnarounds. But man, it sucks.
Yeah.
Man, it's bad. It's real bad. I've seen it work once.
Oh, I have 146 special, okay. So I should be able to Thunderbolt for her rival then. Kinda. Alright, so that is Bruno. Again, Bruno is super simple, just the 1x special and then just spam Psychic and it's over. Very easy fight before we get into the gauntlet of the fun final 3.
So this is the
Renee.
most complicated fight coming up on Agatha, and it's essentially a big flowchart based on what Agatha's Ekans decides to do turn 1, and how our Starmie decides to react to it, which is a weird thing to say, but friendship is a thing in this game, and it can do weird things.
Yeah, so there's 4 different outcomes that can happen here that we're going to be looking at. So we will see what happens. But
Also,
yeah, this fight is all over the place.
Yeah, it's usually okay, but you can get crit by Agatha and die, which, like, she can just use weird moves. A lot of things can go weirdly. And you
Yeah,
just
I
have
got
to...
poison jab a few days ago.
What?
Yeah.
What? What? I mean, that sounds good.
Flare.
I guess.
That's normal. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, it sounds fine, I guess.
I got crit. Okay.
Oh. So yeah, a worse star would die there.
Yes.
And we pick up this forest door specifically for this fight.
Right there for that turn. I got crit again.
Oh
no,
my
I didn't
God.
get crit again. I did not get crit again.
Wait.
Special defense fall, I guess. All right.
Oh,
I'm fine to attack
yeah.
here. I gotta be careful here. I'm good to the Golbat. I'll heal on the Golbat.
Yeah. Golbat has quick attack.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, that was a little sketchy.
Yeah, that was scary. So that's why this fight's super scary. Because a
What
worse
can happen?
Yeah, a worse star just dies.
That 1013 CP star me that we skipped on definitely would have died there.
Yeah, good chance. Gengar's animation in this game, very good. It's just vibing.
They're rocking its hips.
It's just vibing. I love it.
Dancing to the music, probably. Alright, we're gonna heal here because it has quick attack and it'll kill me. In fact, it's going to use quick attack. Oh, it crunched. Why did it crunch? What the? What? Oh my god. What do I even do?
Kill again? And then
What if I pull out second trainer? I'm gonna heal and special defense. Yeah? What is going
can you
on?
just heal and kill?
Can I heal and kill?
Because you'll outspeed or it'll
Give it a quick attack.
Yeah, but if you heal, that outspeeds the quick attack.
That's true. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. This is a very odd Agatha.
This is super weird. Yeah.
Yeah, heal.
And then last turn you can just eat third.
There we go. I didn't even try to quick attack. What the heck?
Is quick attack not? No, you're at minus what?
Yeah.
You're minus 2. How? What? Maybe what? And now you can ether here. Oh, okay.
And I'll just take care of it later. It's
Yeah,
fine.
that's a
That
really
was awful.
Yeah, that was really weird. Some might say that's never happened before.
I've never had that fight go like that before.
We have to say it once.
That was a mess.
So now we're gonna do Lance, and Lance likes to use Hyper Beam, and Hyper Beam, if it crits, does a bajillion damage, and that's
I'm rifle
bad.
healed.
Also,
Be very careful here.
yeah,
Make
this
sure
is
I
a
ether.
super scary menu. You can throw runs to ethering the wrong thing really easily.
Please save here just in case.
There's some runners who
The
just
Lance.
lose a couple seconds to grab a max elixir that's available in the Pokemon Mansion, just to not have the stress of having to ether there, and I totally get it.
Yeah, I thought about
I think
honestly
etiquette
getting
does that.
get it. I thought about getting it this run, but I decided I'd just stick with it. You gotta say the line at least once per GDQ run. Like, it just has to happen.
True. So yeah, this fight is just gonna.
This is a lot of setup.
Yeah, it's a lot of setup. It's usually going to Hyper Beam or Hydro Buck.
A mixture of Hydro Pump and Hyper Beam, usually.
Hyper Pump, great. We like Hyper Pump. Hydro Beam hurts. And if it crits us, we'll die. Additionally, depending on our special attack, there is a range on the Dragonite at the end, which if we miss the range, we will die. I think you're okay
We don't have a
here.
range, we're good.
I think you're okay here, yeah. But like worse stars, you can miss the range and just lose the run.
Yeah, I have 146 and the range is 140, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Plus, I'm gonna get to 54, I think, before it, or around there.
Super fun to be on a PV pace run and miss a 15th, 16th range on that stupid Dragonite and die. Not that I would know.
Also, after this fight is technically the last time I can pet the Eevee. So, if we want to get to pet the Eevee, you're gonna have to get that in pretty darn quick.
We could do our best Oras impression and slip through the credits. They're super
The
cute.
credits do have the credits do have a very cute the end at the end.
They're super
So-
cute.
And then we could technically maybe pet the Eevee after, but that is totally up to you, the production team.
So yeah, get that in now. You're very short. Well, there's not really any time left, is there?
There's the cutscene.
Yeah, there is. Well, we skipped the. Wait.
No,
Oh,
this
the
current
first cutscene. The first cutscene. Yeah.
Where Oak comes in. How close are we to the next pet?
1,058.
Yep, $1,058 from the next pet, the Eevee Bidoof.
So we can get another 1,000 and very quickly. We can have one more pet. Because I do need some menu here.
This rival fight, also really bad. Remember Mega Evolutions? Anyone remember those? It's just me. Our rival has a Mega Pidgeot, which is a good Mega, in my opinion. I think it's a cool Mega. But it's going to use Air Slash a bunch, and then if it crits, we die. In most cases, or a lot of times, if it crits, we die.
Which is why I saved.
Which is why we save.
I didn't pull out the second trainer. I'll do that in the fight.
Rite of passage for Let's Go runs is to die on champ. That's not actually true, but like it happens. You start to think that Air Slash has to have a higher crit rate because it happens so much, and then you realize that, oh wait, no, it's just confirmation bias. It's just normal, but secretly deep down, this Roo must have a higher crit rate. This fight's bad. But if we get past Mega Pidgeot, we're fine.
And we have the second Pokemon out here just to help a little bit.
Yeah, and the 2-controller fight's pretty freaking safe.
The keys are going down.
Man,
Hopefully.
Mega Pidgeot's rad. It's like the
Nice
shadow of
hit on the rabbit.
Oh, okay. It's like the Shadow the Hedgehog of birds.
I'm gonna go for the Thunderbolt here.
So yeah,
All right.
Key's finishing underestimate, so first time for everything.
Good job, Keys. Alright, so this Vileplume always goes for Solar Beam. So we can just safely set up, but we also still have Rapidash here, so it's all good.
It technically doesn't always go for Solar Beam.
I've never seen it do something different.
I've seen it, I think it happened to Josh once, I want to say. But, yeah.
Honestly, oh, there it goes. I was going to say, honestly, it's better if the Rapidash dies.
Yeah, it's faster if Rapidash dies here, because we don't have to menu it. But the rest of this is just clean up, and then after that, we're just gonna go into the Hall of Fame, and that will be Pokemon Let's Go Bidoof.
And also having this awesome final music here. They did a really good job with reorchestrating it and whatnot.
Yeah, it's good. Hey, look, it's a Marowak now. If only it was that for Archer 2. That'd be cool.
That would have been nice.
That'd be cool. That'd be a neat thing. And with that Thunderbolt, Bidoof has become the Pokemon League champion.
Go Bidoof! And Bidoof!
Time's
And
gonna-
Bidoof!
And Bidoof. Time's gonna be when the after the fade to black, after it says like congratulations champion, which is like in about a minute.
Like a minute-ish from here. Not quite a minute, maybe a minute. I have Rapidash.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact timing of it.
Menu through here, put our Pokemon into the Hall of Fame, whoever we've got with us.
And then we get to hear the wait. I gotta time it right. Do 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 do.
And wait for it. And
I don't know if I was on key or if I was.
you're pretty close.
I was
I
close.
think.
I can't hear it, so I had to guess. that is Pokemon Let's Go Bidoof.
That is Let's Go Bidoof. I hope everyone enjoyed.
I hope everyone enjoyed
all the Bidoofs.
I hope everyone enjoyed the entire week. The Bidoofs that you saw today, the Bidoofs that came before us. Maybe there'll be Bidoofs in the future. But all we know is thank you for raising $126,730 for Malala Fund. That is amazing.
Yes, and thank you so much for having me and Let's Go for this. It was really great to be able to do Let's Go for the marathon and to finish the marathon. It's been a really, really fun time these past 3 hours. I hope everyone had fun too. But it is very late for probably a lot of people, so I will hand it off to the host and to production and head out of here.
It was an amazing run. Thank you so, so much. It was the best Let's Go Bidoof run we could have Bidoofed for. Just Bidoof all around. So again, thank you all so, so much for being here. We raised $126,730 for Malala Fund. Of course, Malala Fund is working for a world where all girls can learn and lead. Malala Fund advocates for resources and policy changes needed to give all girls a secondary education, invests in local education leaders, and amplifies the voices of girls fighting for change. Learn more at malala.org. You all have been absolutely amazing. It has been a pleasure to be here, and I cannot thank you all enough for just being here and supporting this amazing cause. Again, I'm Nichole Goodnight. It's been fantastic. Thank you again. I'm just so excited that we've done so much for Malala Fund. It's absolutely amazing. But now we are going to go to Air Angel, Frozen Flygon, and Kirby703 to close out. Again, thank you so much, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day, night, wherever you are. Thank you.
Hello, welcome to the finale of Flame Fatales. Oh my goodness, it has been an incredible week of speedrunning powered by women. I'm Frozen Flygon.
I'm Air Angel.
And I'm Kirby703.
First and foremost, we wanted to thank the Yeti and Hotfix for sponsoring Flame Fatales.
I want to thank all of the volunteers that have made this possible, from the studio tech in here and who have been with us all week, to our remote volunteers from the Flame Fatales server, our chat mods, social media team, hosts, buddies, and donation processors.
And thank you to our runners and our commentators for lending us your time and your amazing talent. And another thank you to Malala Fund for all the good you do around the world, helping get women the education they need. And thank you for working with us to make this event possible.
In watchers, donators, supporters in chat, we have surpassed what we made from Fleet Fatales 2020 of 81,396. We have surpassed that and over $126,830 and climbing. Charity PB, let's get it.
We did it.
We did it.
Yeah, it's been, we've all been absolutely blown away. And one special and really big thank you to the person who's made this all possible, the founder of Flame Fatales Muffins. We literally could not be here without you. We love you. Wish you were here in the studio with us. And just, I don't have enough words to say how grateful we are to be here at making this event possible. So, if you had a great time this week with all of us, stay tuned for our next event, Frost Fatales. It will be running from February 27th to March 5th of 2022. So get your runs ready for that, and we hope to see you there. Bye!
Bye.